The time has finally arrived. It is high school football season once again, and tonight is the first game of the season for these two squads, Harris Lake Park and Remsen St. Mary's, squaring off tonight here in Harris Lake Park's backyard, if you will, right across the street from their high school. These two teams have had good success over the last few years. We'll talk about that a little bit more a little bit later on. I'm with Keith Check tonight. I'm Tim Peterson. And this is high school football on Q102. It is time for tonight's pregame show, and that's brought to you by Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake, online at lakeshealth.org.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
We're getting ready for week one of high school football on Q102, and it's going to be Harris Lake Park and Remsen St. Mary's. And joining us right now, Harris Lake Park football coach Lane Gunderson. Lane, thanks for being with us.
You bet, Scott. Thanks for having me.
Yes, and welcome to another season. And Lane, just get us caught up to speed on the preseason stuff, camp, practices, everything leading up here to our first contest.
Yeah, it's been going good, Scott. We've got some new stuff we've been working on and, try to hopefully be a little bit tougher to defend and, maybe throw in some things some people haven't seen too much. So it's been really fun to do some of that stuff. And I think the guys have liked it and they're really working to get better at it. I mean, it's not going to be a polished product this first week, but I think in the long run it's going to be great for us. We're going to be able to play faster and do some things that other teams will at least keep them thinking anyway. And then, the summer went pretty well. We had a group of kids that were just great in there all the time and getting better. And then so far practices have went well. We've just had some injury things that are a concern, but that happens every year in football, which is the only thing that's unfortunate about football. If I could change anything, it'd be that neither team ever had an injury. But I think that ship has sailed. I've proven over the last lifetime here. So we're just really excited about the season, and I think we've got a team that's we've got an incredible amount of potential, but we're not that experienced. So there's going to be some growing pains, and we have to make sure that those don't get us down or don't shake our confidence.
Okay, yeah, and I recognize some of your potential starters for week one if we do get all healthy and everything. So I like that you do bring some of those guys back for the experience factor that can maybe teach some of those other guys that might not have a whole lot of experience on the varsity level.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And I think those guys that are coming back are good leaders and guys that other people can rally around. And like I said, I think we have potential to be really good on both sides of the ball, and I think we have potential to be really explosive. And even our guys that are not that experienced, have a lot of potential. We've got decent size and athleticism across the line, and we've got, guys with a mix of, pretty good speed and good hands and some excellent quickness. And then, I've got a couple guys that are really tough to deal with in the open field. So, it's going to be a fun group, and, it's football. We couldn't wait for it to get here, that's for sure.
Yeah, you bet. And, week one opponent, you'll open up with a familiar team, familiar opponent that seems to just have a very solid team here the last, 5 to 10 years, Remsen St. Mary's, and I think this year should be no different.
Yeah, I was just talking to, another media thing, and I was like, yeah, they've been incredible over the last 5 years. I'm like, well, maybe the last 10 or
right.
Maybe my whole career they've been excellent. They just keep bringing back great guys after great guys, and this year's no different. And this year they get back a kid, Jackson Bunkers, who was like all-state as a sophomore and didn't play last year, and now he's back on top of all their returners. So, they're awesome. Their coaches are great. They do all kinds of good things. The players are tough and skilled, and they got given us some problems, at least recently for sure, is those really tall receivers that they can run out there at you. So they're going to present all kinds of challenges, but the good thing is if you're going to play somebody in non-district, you might as well play somebody really good like that and see what you're aspiring to be, and hopefully if we can play up to our potential, play with them, and who knows what could happen. That's why you play the game.
That's right. Well, Lane, it's always good catching up with you, and welcome back to the football season. Thank you so much for the interview, and best of luck throughout the game and throughout the season.
Thanks so much, Scott. It's great to get to talk to you again and really appreciate you guys and everything you do.
Thank you. That is Harris Lake Park football coach Lane Gunderson, and more on our pregame coming up on Q102.
The Savings Bank is proud to be a part of our community and committed to supporting education and sports in our area. Visit any one of the Savings Bank locations in Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park and let them be part of your financial team. Go to savingsbankia.com for more details. Member FDIC.
Hello, this is Matt Karstensen with Karstensen Meat and Grocery in Lake Park. We're proud to support the Harris Lake Park Wolves this season. Shop Karstensen Meat and Grocery for Black Angus beef, Duroc pork, garden fresh produce, and homemade baked goods. Score many great deals at Karstensen Meat and Grocery. Go Wolves.
This is the Lakes Regional Healthcare pregame show. Keith Check here, and we have on the line head coach of Remsen St. Mary's, Tim Osterman. Coach, thanks for joining us here, taking a little bit of time to chat. And boy, you're coming off one heck of a season. And once again, taking a look at your roster, you have a healthy amount of seniors who were big contributors last year to that successful year. Talk a little bit about that crew and kind of how they've been able to really get things going to start this season.
Yeah, and again, thanks for having us on, Keith. We're excited to be playing up there at Lake Park tonight. I think the biggest thing when we look at our senior group, for sure, is they've been in the spotlight quite a bit. So that means that obviously they have a lot of talent. That means that they're willing to go the extra mile and do the different things that they're supposed to do to be successful. And then obviously genetically, they're actually very good kids. They're athletic, they're big, they're tall, they're fast, all that stuff. So that makes, obviously, for a great deal of success. So I guess, to get the season started, they had to obviously refocus. They just got done with the state title run, and they just fell short in baseball. So, they had to refocus and kind of refigure out what it means to start at the beginning again. And we try to do our best, obviously, do a little bit of team building stuff and whatnot. But we've had a good camp. We've had some new faces kind of pop up in the younger group that allowed us to put together a nice little two deep. But, these seniors, they're a special group, and I hope they get to experience a lot of success this year, too.
Yeah, you have a lot of production on both sides of the ball returning in that senior class, but you mentioned a couple of those guys who I'm sure through fall camp really started to show a few things that you really liked. Who are a couple of those that we need to watch out for tonight?
In the senior group, obviously, the biggest one that has come back is Jackson Bunkers. He can play a lot of different spots. He's so smart. He can do many different things for us. So he might move around quite a bit for us tonight. Alex Schrader is another one that got hurt in the fourth game of the year last year and had to stay out basically until the state quarterfinals. And then even then, he was a little bit limited in what he could do. So those seniors have really come up. And, of course, Ryan Willman's had a really good camp. Brendan Fish has had a good camp. Caden Groper's had a good camp. So all those guys have all contributed as we move through these, each of these little situations. The younger group, though, kids like Keaton Harpanaugh, Lennon Steichen, Colin Homan, Brady Coink, all those guys have done really good things. So Keaton's going to move around and play defensive back. He'll play the slot position for us. Brady Coink will end up being a running back for us, but he'll be a backup middle linebacker, and he's had a really good camp. Lenny Steichen's going to start there at center, hopefully anchor that group. Like Colin Homan, he'll move around quite a bit for us, too, in the two deep. And when you have a guy who's 6'4" and as athletic as he is, it makes for a lot of disruptions, hopefully, along the defensive line and as an offensive lineman having a really good base. So, again, we've had some really good camps from a lot of different people, but those are some names that really stick out.
Now, kind of focusing on tonight's matchup, what are you seeing with Harris Lake Park?
I have a lot of respect for Coach Gunderson and for Coach St. They've done a lot of good things, and they've been good people to me. So, obviously, whenever we get together, they always have a really good team that's well coached, and they have great passing games. When you have good players, they always do a good job of finding a way to get the ball in space. So we have to obviously pay attention to Tice Gunderson. That's going to be probably the primary concern that we have when you have an athletic quarterback like that. A defensive coordinator's life a little bit miserable because he can continue to extend plays, and then if he's got a strong enough arm to get the ball down the field, that makes man coverage really difficult too. So we're going to have to be really focused in on, what our game plan is. And if we can get in and out, that's going to be really difficult too. But, Caleb Hempel too, they have him at running back this year maybe. He played tight end for him last year. So he's obviously a body that can kind of get into and out of a lot of different sets, and they can move him around. Big, strong kid. So we have to we have to be really good tacklers, and we have to, obviously play well in space. And the other thing, too, when you go against Harris Lake Park, it's not just the initial play. It's always the second play or the third play that they have in their playbook that comes off of that base play. And they do such a good job of calling those plays and understanding what they're trying to get out of their defense and then formation you into some issues. So, we've got our work cut out, but, I think Harris Lake Park's a really good team. We're going to have our work cut out for us.
All right, Coach. Well, hey, thanks again for taking some time to chat with us. Good luck in tonight's game.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it, Keith.
Once again, for the Lakes Regional Healthcare pregame show, talking with Remsen St. Mary's head coach Tim Osterman on Q102.
Tim Peterson and Keith Check here in Harris Lake Park, if you will. Harris Lake Park football against Remsen St. Mary's just about to get underway. Remsen St. Mary's in the white jerseys. The blue pants will be kicking left to right. Sun shining in our face off the Silver Lake in the background. Harris Lake Park in the blue uniforms with white pants. Keith, we're going to hear from you eventually here, but the kickoff is about to get underway. Tim Osterman's squad last year 11-1. Lane Gunderson's squad 6-3. Here's the kick. Boom! We're underway. And it's just going to be a touchback in the end zone for Harris Lake Park. Well, Keith, finally we're going to get to here. Let's meet the starting defense for the Remsen St. Mary's Hawks.
All right, starting at nose tackle is going to be Ty Triss. At tackle will be Caden Groper. At right end will be Braxton Knipe. They're playing a 3-3-2, so your three linebackers are going to be Ryan William, Brandon Fish, Cale Ortman, and then at safety is going to be Jackson Bunkers and Alex Schrader.
We'll get to Harris Lake Park starters here in a minute. They got the ball to start. After the kickoff, Lucas Ehrensdorf gets a start at quarterback tonight due to injury. He'll send a man in motion left to right, takes a snap, pitches it out right side, screen pass, caught, and running and up the field about for right around 5 yards. Was it
Hemphill.
Number 15, Cale Ortman in on the stop for the Hawks.
So Hemphill with the catch. So Lucas Ehrensdorf at the quarterback. He's a junior. Caleb Hemphill, as I mentioned, at running back. He is a junior. Ryan Bensley, the senior, playing tight end. Devin Meyer on the line. Here's the next play. And it's a scramble in the backfield. Breaking free is Hemphill. Breaks it through the right side. It looks like he's got just enough for a first down. It is a Harris Lake Park first down, the first one of the year.
Hemphill kind of took an end around and had to reverse field there. It was well defended, but he was able to do a little bit of magic. Reverse field, got himself first down, so Harris Lake Park got that first down in their belt to open the season, get a little momentum going.
Receiver split right, one left, and a slot receiver on the right as well. Two to the right. Now they send one on the right over to the left side. Two receivers left. Here's the snap. It's a passing play. A screen out to the near side. It is caught, but not much going on there. As Devin Meyer made the reception, and then he gets hit right away. Might have lost a yard on that.
Devin Meyer.
Getting on with the starting lineup here. Let's see. I got Nick Sage at tight end, a senior. Mikael Loonstra, a offensive guard. He's a senior. Travis Luchins, an offensive guard, a junior. Ethan Nelson, the center, and he is a senior for the Harris Lake Park Wolves. 0-0, 10:25 and counting to go here. First half, 2nd and 10 from their own 25 for Harris Lake Park. Receiver in motion. They fake it to him. It's a keeper by Ehrensdorf. Runs it off the right side, and he'll scamper through for a couple yards. That's it. It'll bring up a third down for the Wolves.
Yeah, and it's something to note here. Tice Gunderson, usual quarterback for Harris Lake Park, is out tonight. So Ehrensdorf going to be handling the quarterback duties. It'll be interesting to see how much they actually try and throw the ball, considering you don't have Gunderson, who's usually in the offense, but it is a short pass offense. So we'll see how that affects the ball game.
They give him no yards on that carry. It's 3rd and 10. Possible passing situation here. They will pass. 3 receivers run out to the right side, pump fake, and then come back over the middle. It's a high pass, but it's caught. Jumping up enough for the first down and making the catch is Caleb Hemphill. Good for 12 yards on that reception, and that's a Wolves first down. Boy, it's 3 passes early on here. They're not afraid to have Aronsdorf throw it early.
Yeah, absolutely, and I tell you what, it was a little bit of a jump ball. He had to go up and kind of moss the defender, but he did just that. So another first down in a 3rd and long situation for Harris Lake Park, looking pretty good so far.
1 receiver right, 1 left. The quarterback raises his legs and sends that receiver from right to left, and he'll throw it to him on the screen pass on the near side. Not much there. Boy, he's hit, stacked up, and dropped. Alex Schrader. Give him credit for giving the delivery or the final blow on that one. They're going to lose a yard on that one.
And again, pretty well defended there. You could tell any of those quick swing passes that they've been trying so far haven't netted them too much at this point. So, but still able to get a few things going early on, just shy of midfield.
2nd and 11, 8:50 to go from the 36-yard line. Their own snap caught. Aronsdorf keeps it, runs right back up the middle, but gets hit in the backfield. He's dropped at the 35. They're going to lose a yard on that. It'll bring up a long 3rd down. I've got to give a thanks to a few people listening in tonight. Megan and Mitch are listening in, along with Boyd. Boyd's actually listening over here in the RV park right next to Silver Lake with his dog Smoke. So nice to have them on board.
Absolutely.
3rd down, 13 from the 35. Shotgun formation, 3 right. It's a direct snap right. Aronsdorf, he's going to take it to his right. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, and right there, I mean, at first it looked like he had a nice wall of blockers, but the defenders were able to fight through it. So just shy, about a yard shy of midfield here. And it's going to be a 4th down and right at about, we'll call it a long 9.
Got to get my football lingo back down. I said it's a direct snap. Well, of course it was. He's a quarterback. I was thinking maybe it was snapped to running back, but there's nobody in the backfield.
Number 32, Michael Lundstrand.
It'll be a punt situation.
For the Wolves, with number 3,
Michael Lundstrand a punt, and
back deep for the Hawks.
Schrader back to return for Remsen St. Mary's, and the whistle blows that play dead. It's a false start against the Wolves. That'll back them up further. 7:29 to go here in the first quarter. No score. First opening drive here for the Wolves, and now we backed up a little bit. Schrader waits on about his 13-yard line, moves up to the 15. And we'll try to get another punt situation. This snap is good. Lundström boots it deep to the left side, and there will be no return. It actually looked like it landed out of bounds, just like on the line out of bounds on the 15-yard line. So nice punt, no return. And the Remsen St. Mary's Hawks will take over on their own 15-yard line with their first offensive series.
And again, talking about Harris Lake Park, you know, this is a tough team to go up against. Your first game of the season, #1 team in the state, and you add in the fact that your starting quarterback injured as well. But I mean, on that first offensive drive, a few things take away from it. Not too bad.
Ortman takes a snap for the Hawks, throws it to the near side. It is caught. Shaking a tackle is Ryan Willman before finally being brought down. Get up to the 31-yard line, we'll give them. Gain of 16 on that pass. First down for Remsen.
Willman, once again, he had to battle for that ball.
Willman, the leading receiver for Remsen last year. 2 to the right, shotgun formation, 1 in the backfield. Here's a snap, bobbled. Gets the handoff just off. And hit right away as Brendan Fish out of the backfield. Should lose yards in that one. Nelson in there for the tackle.
Now only got a yard, but a good recovery there from Fish to be able to get something out of it. So now Harris Lake Park with a 2nd and long, good opportunity defensively.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Backfield empty. Ortman barks it out, takes a snap, flag flies, thrown to the near side. It is caught, but hit right away and then brought down at the 35-yard line. It was completed to Schrader, but a flag on the play. Wait for the call here.
Aronsdorf and Hibman on the tackle for the Wolves.
I think we're saying an illegal formation might have been the call there. If I can read lips, no guarantees of that. They are backing him up.
Well, we do have video tonight, but I don't think you'd be able to read the lips off the video either. So you're good. It is against Remsen, and it'll back them up 5 yards.
So here you go, Harris Lake Park. You got them in 2nd and long. Tighten up that defense.
And I'm trying to get to the starters who are brought to you by Central Bank and Central Insurance. It's just, we're moving quick here. Here's the snap.
Action.
Ortman looking, pass. Defense comes in, gets it to him late. Pass is complete. Once again, it is caught by Schrader. But it only gets him up to the 35-yard line. So 7-yard gain. I'll mark him at the 34. They put it down. Bring up a 3rd down.
6 yards, bring up 3rd and 8.
3rd down, 8 to go. 2 receivers left, 1 in the backfield. Fish is a running back in the backfield. Ortman barks it out. Boy, the defense almost jumped. They got back. I think they were trying to get him to jump. They didn't fall for it. Play clock at 10. They still have time as Ortman looks over at his bench along with a few of the players. Now they get the call, 5 seconds on the play clock. Here's the snap, looking left, rolling right, being forced out of the pocket. Ortman's going to take it up the near side, 35, 40. 35-30. He's got open field ahead of him to the 20 to the 15, and finally gets knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A huge play by Ortman, but a flag all the way back in the backfield at the 30-yard line.
Holding indicated, so it's going to be coming back once again. So a couple of penalties here for Remsen St. Mary's, kind of holding them back a little bit, and now, once again, Harris Lake Park with an opportunity. I mean, they had some pressure on the quarterback. Ortman made a heck of a move to get out of it and some good blocking downfield, but a little bit too good with a holding call.
That brings them all the way back. I'll quickly try to get to the starting lineup here. Alex Schrader in the backfield, a senior for the Hawks. Ryan Willman, a wide receiver senior. He stands at 6'5". Cale Ortman, the quarterback. He's a senior. A lot of seniors on this squad. Braxton Knipe, a tight end, sophomore. They line it up. Here we go. 3rd and 17, 2 right, 2 left. Here's the snap. Looking. Ortman looking. A lot of time. Gets hit finally, but launches a long pass downfield. It's picked off. It is intercepted by Hemphill, and he's brought down right away at the 25. A turnover by the Hawks gives the Wolves the football back.
I tell you what, Ortman did have Willman open downfield. He had the defense beat. That ball was underthrown just a hair, and Hempel was able to get under it, snag that interception. So Harris Lake Park coming out swinging, down a couple of guys, but scrapping their way, and so far scoreless here in the first quarter and able to force a turnover.
Brendan Fish, Hunter Pick, Ty Tritz, Colin Holman, and Lennon Steichen. That's the starters for offense for Remsen St. Mary's. We can't even get to them because the plays go so fast here so far. We'll get to the Wolves defense when they get back on defense. It's a 0-0 score, 5:07, and a timeout is going to be taken by Harris Lake Park. First pretty much break of the game here so far. No score, 5:07 remaining. It's Wolves football when we return here on Q102.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
Here, Harris Lake Park, Remsen St. Mary's high school football. Pretty good battle here so far. Remsen coming in number 1 in the state in 8-man football. They went to the Dome last year, but lost before they could get to the championship game. Lost 42-36 to Easton Valley. They expect big things this year from this Hawk squad. Wolves have the football after the turnover. Here's a snap. It's a keeper by Ahrensdorf. Fake starts to go left, then he's forced back to his right, and boy, he gets nowhere on that carry.
Yeah, again, well defended by Remsen St. Mary's. He tried to shake and bake a little bit in the backfield, but good defense, good sound technique, breaking him down, and no gain on that one.
Brings up 2nd and 10 with 4:45 and counting. Tim Soper running the camera here tonight. Go to exploreokaboji.com and get our live feed. You can actually watch this game as well as listen to it. Two receivers right, two left. Snap passing situation. Aaronsdorf looking down the center of the field. Now throws off to the right side. Boy, it looked like the receiver was hit from behind before the ball got there. No call was made. It's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. The pass was a little bit low and away from the receiver, but did look like it might have been a hit a step too early, but call is incomplete, so a third down here for Harris Lake Park.
Trying to get that ball to Carter Hibma, the senior. Defending was Alex Schrader. Receiver right, receiver left. Now a receiver from the left side goes to the right, so it'll be two to the right. Here's the snap. Aaronsdorf rolls right, looks right, throws deep right. He's got a receiver down there, and boy, he got turned around. Did the intended receiver Hemphill and ended up being over his head. I think that if he kept running his route there, it would have been a good pass right on the money.
Yeah, and that's a tough pass to hit. You had to fit it in between the corner and safety. And, there's a flag on the far side of the field.
I'm guessing it'll be
and it was
declined.
But yeah, it was a pretty well-placed pass. Might have been just a hair too far to the outside. But Aaronsdorf has played pretty well so far, considering, it was just a week or so ago that Coach Gunderson was injured. So Aaronsdorf hasn't taken a whole lot of snaps. But he hasn't been too bad so far.
That was an illegal shift by the Wolves. It's declined, like you said. It brings up a 4th and 10 punting situation. Loonstruck takes a snap, boots it away down the middle of the field, end over end kick. It's going to be caught, dropped. It goes through the legs, loose football, and it is recovered by. It looks like the return man in Fish got back on top of that one. He did. It'll be Remsen football.
You said end over end. It hit him right in the chest and bounced off. He's lucky that one took a bounce right back to him, and he was able to get back on top of it. That would have been a huge break for Harris Lake Park. In any event, it's going to be 1st and 10 right at about the 24-yard line for Remsen St. Mary's.
Ortman lines him up. He's got two to the left. Here's a snap, gives it off to Fish out of the backfield, cuts it up, and breaks a tackle, and gets through the line. Now he breaks another one. He's out past the 30 to the 35 to the 40 to the 45, the open field in front of him. He's down to the 20. Fish is on the loose, and he will score. No flags on the play. And give them, what was that, right around 50 yards?
Yeah, about 56 yards on that scamper, and you called it right there. It was a broken tackle, and then he made a nice little juke move to the outside, and that was then just a cloud of dust. He's got wheels, and he showed him off there.
6-0, Remsen will go for two. Three receivers are going to be out to the left. Here's a snap. Ortman looks left, throws it left. It is caught, and a quick hit. But Ortman still gets it in time to Schrader, who gets into that end zone for the 2 points. And it is 8-0. First quarter, 4:04 remaining. Hawks will be kicking off to the Wolves after that touchdown when we return here on Q102.
This is Matt Karstensen with Karstensen Meat and Grocery in Lake Park. We're proud to support the Harris Lake Park Wolves this season. Shop Karstensen Meat and Grocery for Black Angus beef, Duroc pork, garden fresh produce, and homemade baked goods. Score many great deals at Karstensen Meat and Grocery. Go Wolves.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm and Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
Banking isn't just about financial products. It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Recall correctly, a couple years ago, and then Ortman took over after he went down injured. Bunkers actually subbed in for one of the Harpenau's. Here's the kickoff. Boom! Lands about the 10. It's going to be picked up, and it's going to be returned. Coming to the near side is Hemphill, and he is brought down just shy of the 20-yard line. Wolves will take over there. Get that offense back out on the field. This offense has moved the football a little bit here tonight, and
that first possession, they had a couple of first downs, were able to find some gaps, had, Ornstoff was able to find a couple of receivers, but that second series, they weren't able to get much going, so hopefully they can kind of settle back in and find themselves the end zone.
Ahrensdorf lines him up. He keeps Hemphill in the backfield with him with 2 receivers split to the right. Shotgun, here's the snap. They give it to Hemphill. Comes off the left side, but gets hit right away and dropped. Not much on that carry. It'll bring up a second down.
Yeah, and again, that defense of Remsen St. Mary's, they're a very experienced team. They got a lot of seniors on the crew that were contributors last year in that run, and you could tell sound defensive technique.
Receivers, 1 split each way. Now they'll send 1, 2 to the right. Ahrensdorf takes a snap, quick pass screen to the receiver on the outside. Hemphill makes the catch, breaks a tackle, shakes it off, splits it back toward the middle, and scampers forward for a few yards. A lot of movement, a lot of running, not a lot of yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, made it about we'll give him about 6. He was able to make a couple of nifty moves there and sidestep a few defenders, so made it a little bit more manageable, about a 3rd and 5, maybe 6.
We'll go 3rd and 5. From their own 34. 2 receivers going to be split left, but they blow it dead. And it's a false start against the Wolves.
Yeah, and again, first game of the season, you've seen a few of those pre-snap penalties already. That's to be expected even from the most experienced squad. And again, Harris Lake Park is getting a couple of younger guys involved here through the season, so there'll be a few of those here and there early on.
Remsen St. Mary's 34-2 over the last 3 seasons, which is a phenomenal record. But Harris Lake Park, not bad either. They're 20-8 over the last 3 seasons. So they've had some good seasons as well. Here's a snap. Ahrensdorf looking left. He's going to throw it deep left. Ball is up and over the head of the intended receiver, Hemphill.
And again, not a bad throw there, just a little bit too high. He was well covered, but that ball was placed in a relatively good spot. So, again, Ahrensdorf, he's been off the mark a few times, but he's been able to find a few receivers. And all in all, I was wondering, a guy who necessarily doesn't play the quarterback position all that often, he's played pretty good, to be totally honest with you here. But once again, Harris Lake Park finds themselves in a fourth down situation.
Schrader and Bunkers on the coverage on that one. Leads to 4th and 9. They bring out the punt unit with 2:29 to go. Remsen leading 8-0. Barking it out is Loonstra, and a flag flies before the snap.
Delay a game on the Wolves.
Took too long, delay a game against HLP.
Pre-snap penalties, it's now you almost start saying it's adding up. And again, against a team like Remsen St. Mary's, you don't want to have too many of those mental lapses.
And Remsen's made some mistakes, but
sure, yeah.
They got the 8-point lead, so they can afford to. Heavy rush, and they knock the punter down. There goes the flag, and be roughing the kicker. Punt lands inside the, right about the 35 and rolls to the 31. We'll see if they just play this out or if they're going to keep it.
Yeah, so the call, from what I could tell the official made, was running into the kicker. And, boy, he knocked him over. See if we can get the official word here.
I suppose they don't call it running over the kicker, do they?
They might need to change the name of the penalty. And
Coach Gunderson,
he says decline it. I think I know exactly what he's thinking. His punter ended up on the ground, and still it was called running into the kicker instead of roughing the kicker. If that would have been roughing, it would have been a first down, but instead it will be Remsen St. Mary's ball.
So Remsen will bring it out. I'm trying to get to some more of these starters for Harris Lake Park's defense. Once again, sponsored by Central Bank and Central Insurance. Get to that hopefully in a minute here. Offense lines it up. Send a man in motion. Ortman's going to keep it himself. Runs off the left side. Flags fly. It's going to be a false start, I believe.
Keeper for the Hawks.
Yeah, they didn't blow it dead before the play. Illegal shift, maybe.
There was a flag.
Defensive starters, and this is all scrambled up due to injuries somewhat,
Yeah.
but kind of go with what we got here. Ryan Bensley, Ethan Nelson on the line, Nick Sage also on the line, Caleb Hemphill, Ryan Bensley, Carter Hibma, Devin Meyer in the linebacking core, Lucas Ahrensdorf, the safety. Might miss one or two here because they've switched them out and switched them around due to injuries already, but that is their starting lineups. Finally, I think I got through all the starters tonight, right?
Been a quick game, I tell you.
It has. Handoff, quick fish off the left side. Breaks a couple tackles, not going much further though, or not much ground at all out there. After the 5-yard penalty on the illegal shift.
Short game. Call it a gain of 2 for the Hawks.
We'll bring up a second down.
And again, another pre-snap penalty, this time from Remsen St. Mary's. First game of the season, it's going to happen, but boy, both squads looking a little shaky as far as some of those mental mistakes.
2 receivers right, 2 left. Ortman takes a snap, looking over the middle. Big rush. He breaks through the line and scrambles forward. Get a short gain on the carry. Like Nick Sage in there on the tackle.
Number 15.
So now Harris Lake Park again forcing a third down. Call it about a 3rd and 8 for them. So see if they can get off the field. Just a 8-point deficit for them here, still in the first half. So see if they can get off the field here.
Keith, I'm told that due to the reflection on the window here, people at home can see you.
I'm sorry.
Getting a little FaceTime.
Sorry about that.
You're no longer like Hank Williams Jr. or Waylon Jennings to keep showing my hands but not my face on TV. Handoff and stacked up right away by a pack of wolves. Was Ortman who kept it on the keeper. And that'll bring up 4th down, 8 to go. They'll have to run one more play before the end of the quarter here.
That was some good, solid defense there from Harris Lake Park, getting to the ball carrier, swarming them. You know, that's a big guy to bring down, and they were able to kind of group tackle him there, bring him down, and force the punt.
Ryan Willman comes in to punt. Back is Hemphill. Here's the snap. It's a high snap over his head. He's 6'5", still went over his head. He able to get back, pick it up, and he's looking for a block. He's scrambling around, and boom! Got him. The big man comes through. Ethan Nelson says no further, Willman.
All the way back at about the 6-yard line. So Harris Lake Park going to take advantage here. They'll have fantastic goal-to-go field position. So a big break for them here late in the first.
The Wolves will take over first.
3 seconds remaining in this first half. 8-0 Remsen St. Mary's, but it is first and goal for the Wolves at the 7. Oh, what a huge break. You know, Remsen, so good, but early in this game had made a lot of little mistakes like that, dropping a punt, throwing an interception. They've given the Wolves a chance here.
Yeah, it's really added up for them, and now Harris Lake Park got to take advantage here.
Ahrensdorf takes a snap, rolls a little to his right, fires it to the end zone. Man, open off his hand. Hemphill, he had him, and it went off his left hand.
That was such a well-designed play and a great route run by the receiver as well. Was that Hemphill out there? Just out of the reach. Ahrensdorf wasn't quite able to get it to him, but, man, that was well-designed.
That ends the first quarter. Remsen St. Mary's leading Harris Lake Park 8-0. Second quarter action coming up. It is Friday Night Lights once again from Harris Lake Park. This is football on Q102.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames and the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake. Your Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is making lives easier, healthier, and happier. Check out Hy-Vee.com and find meal solutions, recipes, your weekly ad, and the latest edition of Seasons. Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of all students, wishing them a good year academically and athletically.
Gunderson's Restaurant and Lounge and Silver Lanes Bowling Center are a proud sponsor of Harris Lake Park Sports. Gunderson's Restaurant and Lounge and Silver Lanes Bowling Center offer daily and nightly specials. Stop in and enjoy a drink, grab a bite to eat, or bowl a game.
That's the only score of the game here, but boy, Harris Lake Park is knocking on the door after a big mistake by Remsen St. Mary's. It was a high snap on a punt, and Nelson ended up getting Willman down at the 7-yard line, so the Wolves take over there here as we get the field flipped. It'll be 2nd and goal to go for the Wolves.
They have a quick score update with about 3.5 left in the first. Spencer and Spirit Lake both tied up at 6.
Here we go. 2nd and goal. Here's a snap looking to pass. Throw it to the left side. Caught. And Hemphill breaks a tackle and into the end zone. And the Wolves are on the board to get the second quarter going here on a little hitch pass to Hemphill. Good for 7 yards. And it is 8-6. Wolves trailing by 2.
Well, and once again, Hemphill that time making a really nice move out there. He had a man on him and was able to shake the defender, get into the end zone. So Harris Lake Park with the opportunity, and they're going to kick the extra point. Now, I grew up in the world of 8-man football. I haven't seen too many extra point attempts.
Here's the snap, and the kick is up, and it is good.
Hey, if it works, might as well.
August Jones, the senior, kicks it through, and the Wolves trail by 1. 8-7 over the number 1 team in the state, Remsen St. Mary's. Wolves to kick off when we return here on Q102.
Down the highway to MHR Insurance and with the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible. Oh, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIABone.com.
Eight to 7, Wolves trail Remsen St. Mary's by 1. Keith, so far in this first half, or just over a quarter of play, I should say, very competitive ball game here.
Absolutely. You know, you see the number 1 team in the state going against a team that doesn't have their starting quarterback, has kind of had to battle through injuries here the first week of the season, and it's a 1-point ball game, taking advantage of a couple of mistakes, Harris Lake Park, and they find themselves down by 1 here early in the second quarter.
Wolves to kick off left to right. Ethan Nelson lines it up, runs up, and boom! Blasts it deep into the end zone, and it will not be returnable. Touchback, and Hawks will take over on their 15-yard line.
On the 15, 1st and 10.
11:50 to go here in this first half.
Be interested to see how Remsen St. Mary's is able to respond here. Again, very experienced team, but they've made a few major errors in this first half with an interception and that snap that went over the punter's head. So, you know, might be rattled a little bit. We'll see how that maturity comes into play here.
Line them up, stack them to the left side. Ortman's going to keep it himself off that left side. Not much to go there. Picks up 2 or 3 yards, and that's it. Pack of Wolves bring them down.
Yeah, got about 3 on there, and again, he had a pulling guard leading the way, and still Harris Lake Park was able to shift over to that right side of the defense, stack them up, short gain.
Well, 2nd and 7. 3 to the left this time. They give it to Fish out of the backfield. He's met right away and dropped at the 15-yard line. The 3 yards they just got, they just lost thanks to Nick Sage and Lewenstra.
Again, the defense swarming to the ball carrier. And you've seen that, except for that one big run, that they've really been able to get to the ball carrier and get a bunch of helmets.
They mark it at the 16. 3rd and long. 3 to the right. Ortman takes the snap. Here comes pressure on him, and he fires it off quickly, gets it completed, and across enough for the first down. Pass complete to Braxton Knipe, and a big gain on a little slant pass to Knipe. First down, Hawks. Well, they brought it from the 16 all the way up to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, and like you said, the pressure was coming in on Ortman, and he stood in the pocket and delivered a strike.
Devin Meyer had him read. Here's a handoff off the left side, and fighting through is Schrader. He'll pick up a few on that one.
Yeah, cut it in half, give him 5. So Remsen St. Mary were able to convert on a long third down there, and it's a little disheartening if you're Harris Lake Park. Again, you felt like you had a little bit of momentum, had them 3rd and long, and they were able to execute there for Remsen St. Mary's. So nearing midfield, see if Harris Lake Park can tighten up the defense.
2 to the right, 1 to the left, or 2 to the left. So 2 right, 2 left. Ortman changing the play. Here's the snap. He'll keep it himself right up the middle. It gets hit right away. They hang on and drop him. All right, at about the 35-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, he was able to fall forward to get something out of it, but once again, Harris Lake Park, Coach Gunderson's got to be happy with the way overall his defense has played. It's been pretty good.
Did a drive through town here, and I was reminded, well, these two towns are very similar, Remsen and Harris Lake Park, both big grain bins in town, one main drag. Receiver right, receiver left. Here's the snap. Ortman's going to keep it himself. He's plowing, and did he will himself enough for a first down? It looks like they'll give it to him. It is a first down. He'll give him just over 3 yards on that carry, and it's another first down for Remsen St. Mary's.
Yeah, but he had to earn it. He was met right in the hole, but was able to get over the defender, fall forward again, and get that extra half a yard he needed for the first down.
1st and 10 from the 39. 2 right, 2 left for Ortman. Now he'll bring a man in motion and give it to him. He nearly dropped it. The ball popped out from Schrader, but he caught it in midair and then got hit right away.
Number 66.
Oh, and
no gain on that one.
Schrader's got to be thanking his lucky stars because it bounced right off of his chest, and he reached out and was able to grab it right back, and no gain there. So
you give him a complete pass to himself.
Just about. That's about what it looked like. So a little bit of luck there.
That'll help his fantasy numbers.
Get that half a point.
2 to the right. Here's the snap. Ortman, quick handoff. Fishing his bat right away and dropped. Getting in the backfield quick was Landon Whitrock, the sophomore. Bring up a 3rd down.
For the Hawks, bring up 3rd and 10.
All right, Coach Gunderson mixing in some different players here.
Yeah, and
paying off for him.
Absolutely. I was just about to say you're seeing a lot of different folks on the field for Harris Lake Park, and it has worked for them for the most part here. Ball just shy of midfield again, a long 3rd down.
2 to the right, no 1 to the left. Fish in the backfield. Here's the shotgun snap, pump fake right, looking deep and hit and dropped in the backfield. Caleb Hemphill lights up Ortman for a huge sack.
Went right up the gut untouched, and he laid the boomstick right on Ortman, and he had nowhere to go. Fantastic call right there. Once again, Coach Gunderson, Hemphill now going back to receive the punt, and he's got a little swag to him.
Dropped him all the way back about the 29-yard line. So 10-yard loss on that one.
Number 3, Caleb Hemphill to receive for the Wolves.
Force him into a punt situation. 6:45 remaining. 1-point lead for Remsen St. Mary's. The snap was dribbled back to the punter, but he still was able to pick it up and get it off. Bounces inside the 20, and it'll stop at the 16-yard line. That's where Harris Lake Park will take over. They're trailing 8-7. 6:36 remaining in the first half. It'll be Wolves football when we return here on Q102.
Today's banking is about so much more than numbers. It's about people. It's about community. It's about the next generation. Banking is personal. That's what we believe. And that's why we'll always put you first. Northwest Bank. Commitment you can bank on.
With the football, and they run a play. It's Ahrensdorf on a keeper, and he got hit right away and dropped, losing a few on that one. Give them a loss of 4, bring up 2nd and 14, 8-7. Remsen leading Harris Lake Park. Here in Lake Park, Ahrensdorf take the snap, one left. Now he sends another one to his left. Takes a snap, quick out, wide receiver screen. It's caught, and Nick Sage with the catch. They'll run it forward for short gain.
Yeah, was able to get most of those yards back. Well, he got all the yards back that he lost there, so.
Give him 5 yards.
Bring up 3rd and 9 for the Wolves.
5-yard completion on that one.
Want to thank a few sponsors here. Titan Machinery in Lake Park, Savings Bank, Karsten's Meat and Grocery, Karstenson's Meat and Grocery, Gunderson's Restaurant and Lounge, Blurry Bigfoot Coffee Company, and Blurry Bigfoot Bakery and Bistro.
3 to the right, 3rd and 9, 5:18 to go. Wolves trailing by 1. Here's a snap, rolling right as Ahrensdorf looking right, fires it downfield, and he was intended it for Hemphill, but kind of led him a little too far, and the ball falls incomplete.
It almost looked like that was supposed to be a wheel route down the sideline, and Hemphill couldn't quite get his head around quick enough. So just timing a little bit off on that one. So now Harris Lake Park looking to punt it away.
4th down, 9 yards to go. Fish to return. Lewinstrop back to kick. Once again, Harris Lake Park in the blue with white pants. Remsen St. Mary's in the white with blue pants. Similar school colors between these two schools. Here's the punt, high, not very far. It's going to get just past midfield and land and bounce out of bounds, so no return as the ball lands at the 37-yard line of Remsen St. Mary's, and that's where the Hawks are going to take over. I was saying earlier, these two towns very similar in their appearance. They both have a grain bin. I don't know that they really have a full, huge grocery store. Remsen doesn't.
Yeah.
But they got a lake here. They don't have one in Remsen. Not like this one, anyway. We got Karsten's Meat and Grocery here. Ortman keeps it. He gets hit right away, losing yardage, but a flag comes in.
There's a penalty.
They had one in Remsen for a long time, and then it burnt down. And well, not fully burnt, but the building's still there, but hasn't been able to get reopened at all. Penalties against the Remsen. They're going to march them back.
Another penalty on the Hawks, so going backward once again.
They're moving back 10 yards on that one, I believe.
So that, again, that short punt, kind of gave them good field position near midfield, but back them up 10 yards. They find themselves back toward the 25.
Ortman with 2 to his right. He'll take the snap, fake the give, keeping himself, run it off the right side. He's got a hole up the middle now. He's got room to go. He gets through the secondary. He's in the 30. He's at the 20. And he is in for the touchdown. Devin Meyer couldn't quite catch him. And Ortman is in for the score. A huge 54-yard scamper.
And once again, a couple of slick moves there right near the line, and was able to just outrun the rest of the defense. And again, they're big and quick. Remsen St. Mary's with a couple of big runs, 50-plus yard runs, is really, that's the difference of the ball game right there. Big plays.
They'll go for 2 here, leading by 7, 14-7. Snap, looking left, pump, fake, nothing there. Now to his right, pressure coming. Now fires it into the end zone, and it is caught. But under pressure, somehow got that pass through and complete to Keaton Harpenow.
That was a couple of slick moves there by Ortman to evade the defense and still have the poise to stand in the pocket and deliver a heck of a strike for the 2-point conversion.
That'll make it 16-7. Remsen St. Mary's leading. We'll take a short break. Be back in a minute. This is high school football on Q102.
Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
Northwest Bank is top-notch. You may be a one-time customer, you may be a lifetime customer, but they're always going to look out for you and take care of you.
Northwest Bank has the ability to help you do what you need to have done with your mortgage.
To me, probably the number one thing is their ability to get the job done.
Easy to work with, explain things very well, people that you trust and people that you see every day. That type of skill and knowledge sitting behind that desk when you're coming to sign those papers is very important.
I've always trusted Northwest Bank, and I definitely trust them with the biggest purchase we've ever made.
Head down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
It's scooped up and running back up just past the 20-yard line. Harpenau in on that tackle, lost his helmet. Returned by Hemphill.
Number 2, Keaton Harpenau.
Jackson Bunkers, I remember him from a few years ago. I believe he was a freshman. He was batting cleanup on the Remsen baseball team. And it was a good baseball team. They've been good in sports for, boy, they're on a good run right now. 6-8 years, I suppose. But impressive by a freshman to be batting cleanup.
Yeah, absolutely. Now Harris Lake Park again has played a pretty good ball game so far. We have a timeout called. Remsen St. Mary's.
16-7, 4:32 to go in the first half. We'll take a timeout too. Back with more football here on Q102.
Window and door solutions for your next project. Choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
They start from their own 23-yard line. Here's a snap. Ahrensdorf will keep it off the right side. Dodges a tackler, and that enables him to get a couple more yards. Short gain on the play, but a nice run by Ahrensdorf after it looked like he didn't have much.
Yeah, some nifty footwork there. Was able to evade a couple of defenders. Ends up getting 5 yards out of it. So, shifty runner.
Looked like he had the sideline and a defender and somehow snuck through him. Gain a few more. Just about at the 4-minute mark of the first half. 4 minutes to go right now. Ahrensdorf, receivers both ways. Now he'll bring in both to the near side. They hand it off and a run up to the 30-yard line, trying to fight for more, and then falling forward was Bensley. Bensley, the carrier on the ball, on the play.
Tackled by number 3.
Once again, was able to fall forward and get himself a couple of yards out of that. So it'll be 3rd and 1.
Bring up a 3rd and 1.
The 3rd and 1 from the 31. Under 3:30 to go here.
Big 3rd down here for Harris Lake Park to try and snag back a little momentum after that touchdown from Remsen St. Mary's.
And they don't want to get the football back before the end of the first half now. Ahrensdorf will do the keeper up the middle. He gets met right away, but it'll come down to the spot, but it appeared from here that he's going to be shy of that first down. As of right now, it looks like they're getting a decent spot, but we'll see if they're going to come out and measure or not. They say no measurement needed. They gave him the first down. Okay. Very nice spot.
They needed a yard. He got about 1.25 yards. Call it the first down, though. So Harris Lake Park, again, I think that was a big 3rd down, like you said, to keep possession here before the end of the half and still maybe be able to get that thing in the end zone.
Ahrensdorf lines him up, sends the receiver in motion to the far side. He'll give it to him. It's Hemphill. He'll take the handoff from the quarterback, running it off the left side, nothing doing. Well, he got hit a couple times. Schrader over there on the hit, along with Bunkers.
Second and 10, Wolves.
No gain on the play. Second down.
I tried to string it out there, was able to get away from one defender, but not able to shake the second.
Under 2 minutes to go in this first half. Wolves now just breaking the huddle. Ahrensdorf lines him up. Hempel on the near side as a receiver. Guarded by Bunkers. Defended by. Now both receivers come to the near side. Ahrensdorf's going to roll the near side. Bunkers is going to get beat by Hempel on a floater down the field to the 35-yard line. That's enough for the first down. Clock will stop momentarily while they move the chains. Just rolled them out right. It kind of looked like Ahrensdorf might do a keeper on it, and then flipped it downfield to Hemphill, who broke free.
Yeah, and Hemphill gave one of those where he kind of made it almost look like he was going to be out there and block, and then shifted out and was able to break free just enough. Great pass, and again, a first down for Harris Lake Park.
Ahrensdorf looks at him on the right side. Instead tucks it, runs it, and as he goes down, a flag comes shooting in. It's going to be a hold against the Wolves.
Holding Wolves.
And with 1:16 left in the quarter here, or in the half, I should say, still some time for Harris Lake Park to get it in the end zone, but that holding penalty just untimely. No penalty is necessarily at a good time, but that one is tough, as that'll bring them back all the way to the 34-yard line.
So first and long for the Wolves. They're still not in any kind of hurry here with just about a minute to go. Receiver on each side. Now send two to the left. Here's the snap. Ahrensdorf looking to pass. Three receivers downfield. He's going to launch it deep down the middle, and Bunkers gets tangled up with Hemphill, and there's a flag thrown in.
I was wondering if he was going to throw it. There was definitely some contact back there. As Hemphill, I think he might have had a little bit better of a shot at that pass had the defender not gotten in his way. So a pass interference call going to put Harris Lake Park in a better position here to maybe get things a little bit closer before the half.
Well, yeah. It is a pass interference call. You do take a penalty yourself, and then you get a big one back your way.
That's right. So evening things up here a little bit. 53 seconds left in the half. Harris Lake Park finds themselves down 16-7, but could get a little bit closer here before halftime.
So they mark the ball at the 20-yard line, first and 10 to go. 53 seconds. And the whole Wolves squad looking at the coach with 15 seconds on the play clock. Now they'll line them up. Receivers on both sides. Hemphill goes in motion, and a flag goes in motion as well. It's a false start on the Wolves.
So both teams struggling late in the half again. And we saw it earlier in the game, too, where just some of those mental errors. And some of that's to be expected in the first game of the season, but I think both teams have kind of felt the effects of some of those.
16-7, Remsen St. Mary's leads Harris Lake Park late in this first half. Wolves break the huddle. 10 seconds on the play clock. Receivers on both sides once again. And they send Hemphill in motion right to left. Here's the snap looking to pass. Fires it out near side to Meyer. He catches it, but nowhere to go. And gets hit right away. And a late flag comes in. Boy, that could be a face mask. Are we going to have another penalty? It's been Wolves penalty, then Hawks penalty, and now Wolves penalty, and now
trading them back and forth. We'll see what the call is.
I can only assume it was something in on that tackle, and then it's going to be against Remsen. Still waiting for a signal. They're looking at the Remsen bench and talking with them. Well, the official making his way toward HLP's bench.
So targeting's going to be called.
Oh, that's a long penalty there. That's a big one. That's going to be another first down for the Wolves. So they put it at the
Just inside the 10 for the Wolves.
10-yard line for the Wolves.
Again, those penalties by Remsen St. Mary's, and Harris Lake Park has had many of their own as well, but Harris Lake Park has had some very big ones here, especially late in the half, so the Wolves in fantastic position.
2 penalties for 30 yards in targeting and pass interference. Ahrensdorf lines them up. Sends 2 receivers to the right. Takes a snap, pump fakes, throws it to the corner of the end zone. Hemphill battling for it over the head of Bunkers, and you just got mossed.
He mossed him.
Now Bunkers comes away with it, and they say they say he's out of bounds. What are they saying? Out of the back of the end zone.
He's saying out of bounds. I think what happened there is it was one of those situations where, Hemphill reached over the shoulders of the defender and looked like he was able to bring it in, but I think what the official might have seen was there was nobody clearly made that catch, and then they landed out of bounds. So if nobody has full possession and they're still battling over it, that's an incomplete pass.
Oh, it was that close, but Wolves still do have the football. At least they didn't throw an interception there, which could have happened as well. Just goes down as an incompletion. It'll be a second down when we return in 30 seconds here. 16-7, Remsen leading, but the Wolves are knocking on the door.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
$16-7, Remsen leading Harris Lake Park. It is Wolves football from I'll just say the 10-yard line. Ahrensdorf sends a man in motion to the right. Takes the snap, looking to pass. Dodges a defender, rolls forward in the pocket, now scrambles to the 5, cuts it up and brought down inside the 5-yard line before Caden Groper was able to bring him down. 22 seconds to go. Wolves going to hurry or take a timeout. Looks like they'll take a timeout with 22 seconds remaining. Second and short for the Wolves, or make that third and short.
Yeah, some nifty running there from Ahrensdorf to be able to get away from the defender in the backfield. And I thought he was going to be able to get a couple, but he really was able to make a few moves and get down inside the 5-yard line. So again, Harris Lake Park in good position here late to knock it into the end zone and get this thing closer before halftime.
Remsen scored first in that first quarter, and then Wolves answered. Remsen got another one. The Wolves looking to finish off the first half with another score of their own. It is 16-7. Remsen St. Mary's leading HLP.
I want to thank a few of our sponsors: United Community Bank, the Hut Bar and Grill, Consumers Lumber Company, Northwest Bank, Okoboji Motor Company, and Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative.
Looking to be a lovely sunset here in Lake Park.
It has been a fun one here so far, too. A battle between these two teams, and all the credit to Harris Lake Park so far in this one, battling against the number one team in the state, and they are hanging in and now knocking on the door again. Absolutely.
Third down from inside the 5. Here's the snap. Ahrensdorf looks right, looking to pass, rolls it right, fires it into the end zone. It's picked off. He had a receiver there, but needed to kind of do a touch pass instead threw a direct pass. And it was Ryan Willman who stepped in front of it, picked it off, and the Hawks survive one there.
Yeah, Willman was just kind of hanging back in almost a zone look, and I think Ahrensdorf just kind of lost him as he rolled to the right. Willman was able to just step in front of it, so.
Big defensive play for Remsen St. Mary's with 17 seconds left. See if they try to do anything here. 4 receivers, 2 split each way. Here's a snap. They're looking to pass. And firing it at the feet of his receiver, Brady Worth. Incomplete. That's actually Knipe, the intended receiver. I read the number wrong.
Second down for the Hawks.
And Ortman has been on the mark through most of this ball game, one of his few incompletions. But again, Harris Lake Park has played him well in this first half defensively.
Ortman takes a snap, looks to pass. Again, right side, wide open is Schrader. He catches it and gets out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, picking up a first down on the 20-yard gain with 7 seconds remaining.
We'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Hawks from there.
Well, you mentioned not a lot of kickers in 8-man. Wolves have had a kicker for the most part over the last, I don't know how many years they've been able to utilize it. We'll see what Remsen decides to do, if they can get into field goal range, if they even decide to try to kick or not. Here's a pass once again. It's a quick out to Schrader. Not out of bounds he goes after a gain of 5. And now there's 3 seconds remaining. Well, they're not going to be in field goal range here with 3 seconds left, but we'll get to maybe see Ortman's arm here, see if he launches one for the end zone.
Yeah, it seemed like that was kind of the name of the game, timeout for Remsen St. Mary's.
Just trying to chip away a few yards before they
heave it.
Go for the big one. Timeout taken, 2nd and 10. Hawks football just before the end of the first half. Remsen leading at 16-7. Back in 30 seconds with more high school football on Q102.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Remsen St. Mary's open for one last big play here before the end of the first half. 3 seconds remaining, and it's their football with on their own 35-yard line. Wolves drop back into, they got 3 men back on their own 27-yard line. Here's a snap to Ortman. He's going to fire it quickly, and it's going to be off the mark, incomplete, and that'll end the first half. Tried to just do a quick runner with it to Knipe.
That, to me, looked like a setup for a hook and ladder that didn't quite connect. But for Harris Lake Park, again, you find yourselves down going into halftime 16-7 against the number 1 team in the state, and you are down a couple of key players. You got to be hanging your head pretty high. They put on a heck of a performance, were able to take advantage of a couple of big mistakes, and they find themselves right in this thing. And Coach Gunderson, all told, needs to be pretty darn proud of this squad.
Playing tough here for the first game of the season, that's for sure. Except for halftime, and our halftime is brought to you by Okoboji Motor Company Service Department and Collision Center, driven to serve better.
Okoboji Motor Company, we understand your vehicle represents a significant investment, and nobody knows your vehicle better than our certified experts, who bring on average 30 years experience in providing expert GM and Toyota service. We have the latest, most advanced equipment specifically designed for your vehicles. Express Lube and service hours are Monday through Friday from 7:30 to 6 p.m. and Saturdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 336-1500 to service your vehicle.
Okoboji Motor Company. Driven to serve better, driven to serve better.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheyedan, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
Gunderson's Restaurant and Lounge and Silver Lanes Bowling Center are a proud sponsor of Harris Lake Park Sports. Gunderson's Restaurant and Lounge and Silver Lanes Bowling Center offer daily and nightly specials. Stop in and enjoy a drink, grab a bite to eat, or bowl a game.
For the best window and door solutions for your next project, choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
The Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
Your Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is making lives easier, healthier, and happier. Check out Hy-Vee.com and find meal solutions, recipes, your weekly ad, and the latest edition of Seasons. Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of all students, wishing them a good year academically and athletically.
Everybody loves a good cup of coffee, but at Blurry Bigfoot Coffee Company, they have great coffee. Hot and cold coffee drinks, smoothies, energy drinks, all-day breakfast, sandwiches, and much more. Blurry Bigfoot Coffee Company and Blurry Bigfoot Bakery and Bistro in Lake Park are proud supporters of the Harris Lake Park Wolves.
Northwest Bank is top notch. You may be a one-time customer, you may be a lifetime customer, but they're always going to look out for you and take care of you.
Northwest Bank has the ability to help you do what you need to have done with your mortgage.
To me, probably the number one thing is their ability to get the job done.
Easy to work with, explain things very well, people that you trust and people that you see every day. That type of skill and knowledge sitting behind that desk when you're coming to sign those papers is very important.
I've always trusted Northwest Bank, and I definitely trust them with the biggest purchase we've ever made.
Remsen St. with another big play. It was the quarterback Ortman scrambling 54 yards for the touchdown. A 2-point conversion made it 16-7, and that's where we sit here at the end of the first half. Harris Lake Park hanging around in this one so far. And Keith, you look like you've been adding and subtracting over there. You ready to shoot out some halftime stats that we've collected so far?
I mean, it's mainly just guessing. N stands for knowledge where I come from. So
SMRT?
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah. You went over the scoring plays in this one, and the difference is you have 100 yards of rushing offense from Remsen St. Mary's that came on 2 plays. Those were the 2 scores for them with their 2-point conversion. Other than that, Harris Lake Park really has done a pretty good job defensively of holding them in check. I mean, Fish, their main running back, who is a returning starter, he has 57 yards in the first half by my count. 56 of them came on the touchdown run, 65 yards rushing for Ortman in the first half. 54 of them came on his touchdown run. So a couple of big plays there is the difference. Ortman has been on target, 59 yards, 7 of 9 in the first half so far in this one. Schrader, the leading receiver for the Hawks as well. So once again, I think defensively, you eliminate those 2 big plays for Remsen St. Mary, and Harris Lake Park has come out and played a pretty good ball game, still working on their offensive stats here. But all in all, I think Coach Gunderson has to be telling them, hey, whatever you're doing, we had those 2 big ones. That's out of the way. Clean up a couple of those penalties. And, man, it could be a different ball game right here, but still well within reach for the Wolves.
It is a fun game to see and to have the Wolves hanging around with a Remsen St. Mary's team that's been so good as of late. Well, let's get more into our halftime report. Up next, we got a halftime interview with Harris Lake Park volleyball coach April Buss coming up next right here on Q102.
Are you paying too much for internet service? It's time to cut the wires, cut the charges. IGL Teleconnect is your local internet provider. No contracts, no hidden fees, no equipment rental, and no confusing packages for just $40 a month. IGL Teleconnect, we put you first.
Joining us at this time, April Buss, to talk about Harris Lake Park volleyball. And April, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
April, let's talk about the early part of the season for HLP volleyball, and just, give us a little insight as to how things are going with preseason stuff, practice, and everything leading up to the regular season.
Okay, so we did start on the 8th. We were running 2-a-days, coming in the morning and then the afternoon. Basically, that first week, since I'm new, I just wanted to get a gauge of where the girls were at. So we did a lot of one-day skills. So 1 day passing, 1 day hitting, 1 day blocking, those kind of things. Just so I can get a good base of where they're at. Not that they don't have good training from before, but I don't know any of them. So that's what I needed. And then last week we had some just regular practices after school. Started working in all of the scrimmage type plays, coverage, digging, putting it all together. Everything looked really good. We have some returning starters that are looking really promising. Their skills are good. They're game knowledge is where it needs to be. It's just a few corrections here or there that we are working on right now. So we did have our first game. It was a JV tournament on Monday. Didn't go as well as I hoped, but we did see a lot of good things. Some areas of improvement, obviously, it's first game of the season, but still a lot of good things I saw from their gameplay, communication, movement, all that stuff we need to be successful.
Okay, great. And April, first year as the head coach for Harris Lake Park here, and just give us a little insight on you and kind of some background information from you.
Okay, well, I am actually a graduate of Grettinger. I'm a graduate of 2003. I was a 3-sport athlete, volleyball, basketball, and golf. I lettered in all of those, all the 3 years from 4. I was on honorable mention on all conference and leading the Corn Belt Conference in rebounds in basketball. Honorable mention in volleyball my senior year. I did go to Briarcliff and play volleyball there for a year before I transferred. I moved back to Grettinger about 8 years ago, and this year my husband and I decided that we were going to change my career, and I decided to go into teaching and coaching because I love doing that so much, and I wanted to influence kids in a positive way, and found my way to HLP, which is an old rival, but still I think it's a good fit for me, and here I am.
Absolutely love that. Yes. I remember the Corn Belt Conference very well. Those were some fun days, weren't they?
Oh, yeah. Grettinger Pirates all the way, man, but now I'm a Wolf, so can't
Okay.
say anything.
I absolutely love that. That is fantastic. Well, let's talk a little bit about your upcoming schedule. Looks like you'll have some varsity action next week, so you're going to get right into it.
Yeah, we sure will. We have our, they say it's a tournament, but it looks more like a triangular with George and Adrian, Minnesota on Monday. We do have a game with Akron Westfield on the 30th. And then, right after Labor Day, we start off hitting it hard with the conference. Games almost 2 days a week, and off we go. So. Okay. And we all know about the War Eagle and very strong volleyball conference. Should be strong again this year, right? Yeah, since I'm new to the conference, like I said, I'm old Corn Belt Conference, so I'm not quite sure. My assistant coach, Matt Mentink, he actually was the head coach last year, and he took a step down, and I filled in for him. So I lean on him as far as, what we need to be looking at and who we need to be cautious of and get ready to plan on that stuff. So, but yeah, really strong volleyball conference. So it's going to be some tough competition this year.
Okay. Well, April, I look forward to seeing some results throughout the season. It was a great interview with you, a nice meeting you and talking with you, and we'll look forward to seeing you throughout the season.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Scott.
Thank you. And that is Harris Lake Park volleyball coach, April Buss.
What does it mean to be on a team? It means other people are depending on you. That's why the Bank Midwest team supports student athletes, because we know being part of a team teaches you a lot. So good luck to your team from ours. Bank Midwest. Member FDIC.
It is halftime for week 1 of Iowa High School football. I'm Scott Nolte with your halftime report, and welcome to the first week of high school football. And across our family of stations, many broadcasts, including Spirit Lake at Spencer. That game is on KUOO. Emmetsburg hosting Algona. That is on Y100. In 8-man football, Harris Lake Park is hosting Remsen St. Mary's. That's on Q102. And also Explore Okoboji live video. Other games going on tonight. Storm Lake at Esterville Lincoln Central, Okoboji at North Union, MOC Floyd Valley at Sibley Cheaton, Hartley Melvin Sanborn at West Sioux, South O'Brien is at Sioux Central, Manson Northwest Webster at Pocahontas area, a couple of other 8-man games, GTRA hosting Kingsley Pearson, Newell Fonda at West Bend Mallard. That's the schedule around the area for week 1, and then after all the games are done, make sure you tune in to KUOO for the Iowa High School scoreboard show tonight. That's 10 o'clock. Once again, that's on KUOO. Let's break down what's happening in our area's respective classes and districts. We start off in Class 2A, District 1, Cherokee hosting MMCRU. Central Lyon taking on Boyd Hall Rock Valley. West Lyon at Western Christian. I mentioned Okoboji at North Union. Galen Catholic is at Unity Christian. And Sheldon at Sioux Center. In 2A, District Number 2, Clarion Goldfield Dow's hosting Eagle Grove. Esterville Lincoln Central hosting Storm Lake. Southeast Valley's at Interstate 35. OABCIG hosting Ridgeview. Pocahontas hosting Manson Northwest Webster. Spirit Lakes at Spencer. 1A District 1, Emmetsburg at Algona, Western Christian hosting West Lyon, Ridgeview at OABCIG, Sibley Cheaton hosting MOC Floyd Valley, Sioux Central hosting South O'Brien, and West Sioux hosting Hartley Melvin Sanborn. Class A District 1, MMCRU at Cherokee, Akron Westfield at Lawton Bronson, Galen Catholic at Unity Christian, South O'Brien at Sioux Central, Altaroya at West Monona, HMS at West Sioux, and Hinton at Woodbury Central. 8-man District 1, River Valley at Boyer Valley, Arweva at St. Edmunds, Remsen St. Mary's at Harris Lake Park, Kingsley Pearson at GTRA, West Bend Mallard hosting Newell Fonda, and Siouxland Christian at West Harrison. Taking a look at the Radio Iowa High School football poll for week number 1. We start off in 8-man. Remsen St. Mary's is the number 1 team. Newell Fonda coming in at number 5. GTRA number 10. Class A, North Lynn number 1. West Hancock number 2. Hartley Melvin Sanborn coming in at number 3. In 1A, Van Meter number 1. West Sioux is coming in at number 2. 2A, West Lyon number 1. Central Lyon George Little Rock number 4. OABCIG coming in at number 5. In 3A, Harlan number 1, Boyden Hall Rock Valley 7, 4A, Lewis Central coming in at number 1, Spencer number 8, and 5A, Ankeny number 1. Taking a look at the high school schedule for tomorrow on Saturday, some volleyball tournaments, Spirit Lake at the Humboldt Tournament, Esterville Lincoln Central at the Clarion Goldfield Tournament, and Pocahontas area at the Fort Dodge St. Edmund Tournament. In the preseason volleyball rankings in 1A, the number 1 team is Holy Trinity Catholic. Galen Catholic coming in at number 7. 2A volleyball, Dike New Hartford number 1, Western Christian number 2. 3A Mount Vernon volleyball number 1, Sioux Center is number 5, Unity Christian 6, Sheldon number 7. 4A Marion is number 1 in volleyball. 5A it's Iowa City Liberty. Now we go on to college football for Saturday, and there's plenty of games. This would technically be week 0. Some of the matchups include Northwestern taking on Nebraska, 11:30 tomorrow morning, and that game is being played in Dublin. Illinois will be hosting Wyoming at 3 o'clock, and then the late game tomorrow night will be Vanderbilt at Hawaii. In the NFL, a couple of finals last night. Houston over San Francisco 17-0. Kansas City down Green Bay 17-10. NFL preseason game, Seattle at Dallas. LA Chargers at New Orleans. New England at Las Vegas. Minnesota Vikings, they wrap up their preseason coming up Saturday night when they travel to Denver. That'll be an 8 o'clock start. I'm Scott Nolte with your halftime report for week 1. Back to your second half right after this.
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm and Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
Second half just about to get underway. Thanks, Scott Nolte, for that halftime update. Let's finish off these first half stats. I had a calculator and a pen break back here. So, Keith, what do you got for Harris Lake Park?
Calculator, a pen, and a brain. For Harris Lake Park offensively, Hemphill rushing 39 yards. Ahrensdorf had 14 yards on 7 carries. Hemphill had 5 carries for those 39 yards. Bensley also with 1 carry for 4 yards receiving. It was Hemphill with that 7-yard touchdown reception. He had 4 receptions for 18 yards in the half. Meyer with 1 reception, and Sage with 1 reception for 6 yards. For Ahrensdorf, 7 of 13 passing, 57 yards, touchdown and an interception. So once again, with Harris Lake Park down 16-7 here as we get ready to start the second half. Both offensively, defensively, some good things. I think really, that interception late in the half, that was a tough one to swallow for them. And the penalties, I think really those are the 2 things that you could take away from that first half. Otherwise, Harris Lake Park has really played a good, solid ball game against a really good ball club here in Remsen St. Mary's, number 1 team in the state. I think you got a lot of positives to take away from that first half.
And I kind of feel like the penalties kind of balance each other out.
They did, yeah.
Both teams being penalized, and you kind of start to wonder, is Remsen that good, or is Harris Lake Park playing that good?
They are playing very, very well. And again, they're doing it here down a couple of guys, and I've really been impressed with the way that they've played and responded. You're shuffling guys around. You have a quarterback who maybe isn't necessarily, he's definitely not in his most comfortable position there in the backfield. So it really has been an impressive half for Harris Lake Park. We also do have a couple of, at least a couple updates score-wise here around the area. Scott Nolte with an update. Algona with a lead over Emmitsburg. This is after the first quarter, 13-0. Algona again with the lead there. At halftime over on KUOO, Spencer with a 9-6 lead over Spirit Lake at halftime.
I also have GTRA leading Kingsley 14-8 at half. A few of the scores. This game, we'll get this one underway here. Just about one more minute to go before we'll kick off the second half. So we'll be back shortly. More high school football coming up here on Q102.
This is Matt Karstensen with Karstensen Meat and Grocery in Lake Park. We're proud to support the Harris Lake Park Wolves this season. Shop Karstensen Meat and Grocery for Black Angus beef, Duroc pork, garden fresh produce, and homemade baked goods. Score many great deals at Karstensen Meat and Grocery. Go Wolves!
This is Scott Troutman with State Farm and Spirit Lake. All across the country, drivers are reaping the rewards of safer driving with the updated Drive Safe and Save app, where you can earn a discount of up to 30%. Call Scott Troutman State Farm at 336-2499.
Banking isn't just about financial products. It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Didn't know
If
that.
somebody goes down, you can play 8 on 7. I don't think you can go less than that, though.
Matt, I did mention I grew up with 8-man football west of here in Nebraska. That's where I said that N stands for knowledge. And again,
I thought it stands for nobody in Iowa likes you, Husker fan.
And to double it tomorrow. But I'm surprised with the amount of spread that I've been seeing here. I didn't grow up with too much of that, and it's paid off.
There's the kickoff, and it's going to go out of bounds. Wolves kicking off left to right. So they'll bring that one out. And Remsen St. Mary's will start with the football here in the second half, leading by 9.
And that's a tough way to start the half for Harris Lake Park, kicking the ball out of bounds. Again, giving Remsen St. Mary a little bit extra field position here.
They line them up. Ortman in the shotgun position. 2 receivers left. Fish standing next to Ortman. Takes the snap. And it looks like, I thought there was going to be an offsides. I thought it was going to be a false start, actually. And pass is complete on the screen pass and a short gain. Up about the 29-yard line, 4-yard completion.
I got a couple yards out of that. And
looked to me like the receivers left just a hair early on that
I thought I saw a flinch, and he got away with that one. But again, Harris Lake Park really coming together at the ball. A few defenders in on the tackle for that one.
Here's a receiver split right. Now they split a receiver out to the left, and Fish. Ortman catches the snap. He'll run it himself. Breaks a tackle. Breaks a little bit more of one, and falls forward just past the 30-yard line. Short gain.
Yep. Just a couple on that one again. Trying to find some room up the gut. So a third down early on here in the second half.
Oh, you mentioned that score from Algona and Emmitsburg, and you said that was the end of the first quarter. Algona kind of erupting. They lead at 33-13 over Emmitsburg at half.
Yeah, a lot of noise there.
3rd and 4 from the 31. 2 to the left. Ortman from the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks left, fires left, caught. Enough for the first down, and just beyond the 40-yard line is Willman. They'll mark him right at midfield at the 40. Still 1st and 10. Remsen, 10:42 to go, second half. 16-7. Hawks leading the Wolves. Receiver right, receiver left. To the right is Schrader, to the left is Fish. Fish will go in motion left to right. Now he'll get the handoff, runs it out the right side, and he's going to be met right away and dropped. No gain on that carry. It'll bring up a second down as Ahrensdorf got out there for the hit.
Yeah, again, great defensively for Harris Lake Park to string him out towards that sideline, and Ahrensdorf was the first one to get a helmet on him, no gain.
But the further you get along out there, the sooner you know you got to turn up, and that's the other defenders are reading it, using the sideline as an extra defender, if you will. 2nd and 10, still at midfield. Three left this time for the Hawks. Ortman barks it out, takes the snap, looks left right away. It's a quick pass, and it is complete, and hit right away is Schrader. And then, boy, then a shoestring hanging on tackle made by Whitrock. He got there right away, and he almost got shook, but he was able to just hang onto the shoe and pull him down, give him a gain of 1 on the completion.
Yeah, I thought for a second, like you said, that he shook through it, but great job hanging on to them shoestrings and, again, forcing a 3rd down. See if Harris Lake Park can tighten up here and force that punt.
2 receivers right, Fish in the backfield. 9 yards to gain for the 1st down. Here's a snap, it's high. Ortman catches it, fires it off, complete. Enough of the 1st down, breaking a tackle is Schrader, and now he breaks back to the left, and he's got one defender to get through, and he can't get through, but a huge gain. Boy, all the way to the 11-yard line from the 39. A huge 1st down. And now they mark it back a little bit further, put him at the 13-yard line, the 39 to the 13. It's a 1st and 10 for Remsen.
And again, it was a yards after catch, had some good blocking downfield, was able to get a little extra out of it.
Ortman hands it off quickly. This time it's Schrader off the left side. Not much going there. Drew the B gap. It'll bring up 2nd down from the 10. Give them 3 yards on the carry. Ortman lines him up 2 left. Fish in the backfield. Takes the snap, looks left. Pressure coming. They hit him. He bounces off, rolls right, and he's just going to throw it away out of bounds. Smart play by Ortman. He's had huge pressure coming at him in the backfield there.
Yeah, you know, on that last 3rd down play, Harris Lake Park brought some pressure, and Ortman was able to kind of get away from it or get the pass away quickly, and that time it was right in his face right as he got that snap, so you got to give him kudos on being able to get rid of it there, but great defensive pressure right out there from Harris Lake Park.
Brings up a 3rd and 6. They can still get a 1st down. They're at the 10-yard line. Ortman lines them up. Same formation, 2 left. 1 in the backfield is Fish. Willman split out far to the left. Ortman takes the snap. Crossing patterns. Defense comes in, and they're going to get him. This time they get him. He stumbled as he tried to make a move. Did Ortman outside the 20-yard line. That's going to be a huge loss. I did not see who got back there to make that hit.
I couldn't quite see either, but again, I mean, Ortman, he was trying to kind of spin out of it, I think, and he stumbled just a little bit, and that was enough opening for the big sack to come in for Harris Lake Park. So it's going to be a long 4th down.
That was Carter Hibma getting that sack.
Yeah, give that man credit. Big hit there.
So from the 20-yard line now, here's the snap. Ortman rolls left. He throws right-handed, turns his shoulders, fires it downfield. He's got a receiver. There's a defender. It is knocked away. Knocked away by Ahrensdorf, the safety.
Boy, he's had himself a great game, and that was a big one. Again, keeping it within a score here for Harris Lake Park. It was a well-thrown ball, but even better defended by Ahrensdorf, so Harris Lake Park going to take over.
There were 2 receivers and 2 defenders down there. Ahrensdorf able to knock it away. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wolves from their own 20-yard line. Still trailing here, 16-7, 7:36 to go, 3rd quarter. Up to the line they come. Hemphill to the right. Receiver to the left. Hemphill will go in motion. He'll get the ball, hands it off, breaks a tackle in the backfield, then spins up to the line of scrimmage, and that's all the further he'll get. It'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Give him a yard on that.
Oh, another great Dan there from Harris Lake Park. Remsen St. Mary's was able to get deep into their territory, and they were able to get enough plays to force the turnover on downs. Now they got to do something with it.
2nd down and 1. Receiver comes from the far side to the near side. Here's the snap. Ahrensdorf looking to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Pressure. Escapes it. Dodges another tackler. And then finally gets hit at the 25-yard line. He ends up getting 3 yards on the play. But, boy, he eluded some defenders there that were all over him.
Absolutely nifty footwork there from Ahrensdorf.
3rd down, 6 to go from the 25-yard line for Harris Lake Park. Now down to 6:30 remaining on the game clock in the 3rd quarter. Break the huddle with 10 seconds on the play clock. Up to the line they come. 3 receivers to the left. Ahrensdorf takes a snap with 2 seconds left on the play clock. Big rush, and he's going to get hit and dropped in the backfield. Boy, coming in there fast was Hunter Pick with a huge hit. And a big loss for the Wolves.
Yeah, and that is a tough break for Harris Lake Park. Once again, defensively, they've made some big plays to be able to at least have the opportunities offensively. And there you have a 3rd and medium, and that big rush came in way too quick for Ahrensdorf to really do anything with it. So 4th down, they're going to have to punt this one away.
Well, that size of that Hunter Pick, he's just a junior, listed at 6'1", 245. Came in like a freight train on that one. Waiting downfield for this punt is Fish. Loonstra's punt is a good punt on the right side. It's going to take a bounce, a couple bounces, and it'll end up going out of bounds. A nice punt inside the 30-yard line from his own 15 for Loonstra.
Well, here we go. Harris Lake Park has leaned on their defense for a lot of this game. Again, those 2 scores both came on big plays. Other than that, they've done fantastic. So, again, we'll see if they can tighten things up here, force another punt, and try and get another one in the end zone.
The Hawks haven't really moved the ball very well tonight, except for, like you said, those 2 big plays.
Yeah, that last possession was really the first time they had a long drive. They were able to stop them.
Here's a snap. Ortman's going to keep it himself. Scamper off the right side. And not much going there. Loonstra in on the tackle. Bring up 2nd down. Second down and 8 under 5 to go here in the 3rd quarter. No hurry for the Remsen St. Mary's Hawks. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Ortman takes this low snap, and he gets hit right away. He's got nothing. Maybe got back to that line of scrimmage. It'll bring up a 3rd down. Sage got in there right away.
Well, I don't know how he got there that quick. That was a heck of a first move for him to get back there so quick. I didn't see if somebody missed a blocker. It was some sort of missed assignment, but he was at the quarterback before I think the quarterback knew what to do.
He barely had time for that football. He did a good job getting back to the line of scrimmage, did Ortman, just to get something out of it. 3rd and 8 from their own 28, 3 to the left. Ortman takes the snap, looks left, throws it left. He's got a receiver who makes did he hang on? Yes, he did, but he is shy of that 1st down. It is complete to Schrader. It'll bring up 4th down. Say a yard, 4th and 1.
And I'm sure Remsen St. Mary's is thinking that they'll be going for it here. Ball's at the 36-yard line, their own 36. So more than likely, I'll try and punch this one through. But big defensive opportunity again here for Harris Lake Park.
Remsen trying to get about a yard. Ortman comes up to the center here now. He's under center. Barking trying to get him off sides. They do not jump, and the play clock runs out. Remsen gets a timeout in just before it runs out. So they're just trying to get them to jump. Now we'll wait and see what they decide to do out of the timeout. It is 16-7. It'll be 4th down for Remsen when we return here on Q102.
Best window and door solutions for your next project. Choose superior quality to enhance the character of your home. Choose Marvin. Visit your local Marvin dealer. Consumer Lumber in Spirit Lake, Spencer, and Lake Park. Locally owned and operated since 1906.
At Iowa Lakes Electric Cooperative, we are member-owned. That means everyone who gets their power from Iowa Lakes is also an owner. That's the cooperative difference.
The power is yours at your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
In tight. Here's a snap. Ortman's going to keep it. He's going to go up the middle. He's got enough for the first down. Gets hit by the last defender back and flies forward. That's a big play. Another first down for Remsen as they get across midfield to the 39-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there for Remsen.
He had a lot of beef in front of him and ahead of steam and stumbled forward for 5. So first down, Hawks.
Snap give. Up the middle, up the left side. Schrader runs it forward. He's across the 35 to the 33. Gain of 6 on that carry. 2nd down and 4 coming up. Remsen moving the football now.
Yeah, you could tell they're in a little bit of a better rhythm here.
Quick snap. Ortman up the middle. Tries to dodge a tackler out to the right side. Get out to that 30-yard line. Needs to get to the 31, or the 29, excuse me, for the first down. They're going to mark it right at the 30. So that'll bring up a 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
And this quarter flying by. A little bit more ground game for both teams in this quarter. 3 minutes left. Remsen St. Mary leading 16-7. And they're starting to get deeper into Wolf territory.
They'll line them up. Can the Wolves make a couple stops here? Here's a snap. Ortman running it up, and it looks to be close to that first down. It'll all depend on the spot. He was falling forward and fell just past that 30.
I think he's going to be just about a half a yard short.
No, they marked it just barely beyond the 30. Hey, thanks to Jody, Ben, Chris, and Mary for tuning in tonight. No relation to Remsen St. Mary's is Mary. Thanks, Keith. I was hoping for at least a courtesy or something. 4th and 1 from the 30. Here's the snap. Ortman's going to try it again. This time he'll have enough for the first down. Spins, trying to get through, and one more defender. Boy, he's just dragging defenders with him. Gets all the way down to the 21, 22-yard line. 8-yard. We'll give him an 8-yard carry on that one.
And had a player coming up slowly for Harris Lake Park.
Now the helmet comes off, and that's not good when you already got a couple players banged up to have another one go down.
I believe that's Landon Whitrock, if I saw that correctly. On his knees.
He's played well tonight. I know
Yes,
I've mentioned his
has.
name a few times on certain plays. Yeah, they'll tend to him. It's 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. 2:06 to go, 3rd quarter. Remsen leading 16-7. Back in a moment here on Q102.
Everybody loves a good cup of coffee, but at Blurry Bigfoot Coffee Company, they have great coffee. Hot and cold coffee drinks, smoothies, energy drinks, all-day breakfast, sandwiches, and much more. Blurry Bigfoot Coffee Company and Blurry Bigfoot Bakery and Bistro in Lake Park are proud supporters of the Harris Lake Park Wolves.
Banking isn't just about financial products. It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Left side gets hit at about the 20, and he's finally forced out of bounds after a gain of 3. That'll be a 2nd down, 7 to go.
Yeah, and only a 3-yard gain there. You know, it looked like he might have had a little more room when he took out of the pocket. But again, defensively, coming to the ball for the Wolves. They've really been able to gain tackle in this one and help each other out. So short gain, trying to keep him out of the end zone here.
Wellman split wide right, Schrader in the slot. Fish next to Ortman in the backfield, both to the right. Here's a snap, looking right, throwing right. Man there, threw it behind him, spinning around, catch it. Schrader, he's going to scamper and get into the end zone, touchdown. 20-yard pass and catch. Boy, making nice adjustments with Schrader, turning around to catch that football, and then he just kept it going and ran it up the field, got into that end zone. And Remsen St. Mary's take a 22-7 lead here with 1:10 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, you know, and it was one of those passes that it was kind of behind Schrader a little bit, and him having to reach back for it is what made the difference. He was able to come back, spin around, and go right into the end zone. So nice play there from Remsen St. Mary's.
Going for the extra point here. The snap is low, so now they're going to have to do something with it. Ortman being pressured, he's going to be hit by 3 Wolves and dropped. Boy, that extra point just was not pretty at all for Remsen St. Mary's that time.
That's the second time the long snapper has not been able to deliver a good snap there on that punt, which was a big one, and now on the extra point.
So it keeps the score at 22-7. Wolves trailing. Remsen to kick off when they return here on Q102.
Savings Bank is proud to be a part of our community and committed to supporting education and sports in our area. Visit any one of the Savings Bank locations in Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park and let them be part of your financial team. Go to savingsbankia.com for more details. Member FDIC.
Hello, this is Matt Karstensen with Karstensen Meat and Grocery in Lake Park. We're proud to support the Harris Lake Park Wolves this season. Shop Karstensen Meat and Grocery for Black Angus beef, Duroc pork, garden fresh produce, and homemade baked goods. Score many great deals at Karstensen Meat and Grocery. Go Wolves.
Bunkers to kick off after the touchdown by Remsen St. Mary's, right to left, and boom! High boomer. It's going to be fielded just inside the end zone by Hemphill. He'll take it for a touchback, and the Wolves will have it 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line.
Well, it's been a minute here since Harris Lake Park has been able to put together a nice offensive drive. Now is the time to get a few things going for them here and get a little bit of this momentum back. They've played a good, solid ball game up to this point. Now string a few of these offensive plays together.
Ahrensdorf sends a man in motion right to left. Takes a snap. Ahrensdorf looking to run. He's got nothing. They collapsed on him and dropped him. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Under a minute to go here, third quarter. HLP, you know, a lot of times in these 8-man, big plays are what spark you. And right now it's been Remsen with more big plays than HLP. They haven't had all that many in this one. At least offensively, they've had some nice defensive plays.
Yeah, now trying to get the play from the sideline as the clock winds down here in the third.
33 seconds to go. Man in motion, right to left. Snap taken. Ahrensdorf fakes the give. Runs it out to the right side. 2 defenders there, and they drop him. Not much doing on that one. Colin Holman, the tackler on that one.
And Remsen St. Mary's really starting to key in on Ahrensdorf, realizing, oh, and now we're stopping the clock.
Yeah, a flag was thrown on that play. It's a hold on the Wolves, so they'll march it. Well, we'll see if they march it back.
Well, they'll decline it, so.
Wait, Remsen just sent in 4 players off the bench and 4 exiting. That's showing some depth over there. 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. They'll more than likely just let the clock run out, and that'll end the third quarter with the score being Remsen St. Mary's 22, Harris Lake Park 7. And that's what happens. There goes the game clock. Third quarter is complete. It's time to head to the fourth quarter. Wolves with an uphill battle here, trailing to a very good Remsen St. Mary's team. Once again, score 22-7. Fourth quarter action coming up when we return here on Q102.
Imagine a surgery with less pain, where it's minimally invasive. You have a faster recovery and you receive better results. At Lakes Regional Healthcare, the only hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery in Northwest Iowa, surgeons provided robotic surgeries for orthopedic, gynecological, and general surgical procedures such as hip and knee replacement, hysterectomies, colon resections, gallbladder removal, hernia repairs, and more. So when you need surgery, look to the only area hospital with comprehensive robotic surgery. Look to Lakes Regional Healthcare in Spirit Lake.
At United Community Bank, we're actively engaged in developing, strengthening, and energizing our communities by investing in people and their hopes and dreams for the future. Let us go to work for you, supporting your goals and helping you succeed. We look forward to being a part of your financial future. United Community Bank, with locations in Milford, Okoboji, Hartley, Ocheeden, and Lake Park. Member FDIC.
United Community Bank, dedicated to your financial success.
Me up. They need to get something started. They're trailing 22-7, and you could say the Remsen St. Mary's are the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, and to be honest, as we head into the fourth quarter here, they've got a lot to take away from this ball game at this point, but try and get something going here and don't let it get away from them.
Aaronsdorf sends a man in motion. Wolves ball on their own 20. It's 3rd and 10. Looking to pass, rolling out. It's got time. He'll launch it deep downfield into double coverage, and it was nearly picked off and nearly a completion at the same time. It was defended well by Schrader. He got fingertips on it as it went over his head. It looked like Hemphill might have had a chance of it, just cleared his hands, and it brings up a 4th down. 4th down, 10 to go from their own 15-yard line.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a risky pass there into double coverage, but still was just about able to get the completion. But now on a 4th down, Harris Lake Park going to punt this one away, trailing 22-7 early on in the fourth quarter. See if they can get that defense fired back up and get their offense back out on the field.
Lundstrom to punt. Fish back to receive, standing at his own 31-yard line. Here's the snap. It's good. And he holds on to it for a while, then boots it. That buys his team time to get downfield. A high booming kick, but then it takes a Remsen bounce. And right there to grab it was Meyer. He'll catch it and down it at the Remsen St. Mary's 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Remsen with 11:44 to go in this ball game.
Well, you gave us the amount of time that's left for Harris Lake Park, and this is a big defensive drive for them. If they can force a quick 3-and-out, get the ball back and punch it in, they still got a chance here. But that's a long road to hoe.
Ortman sends Fish from right to left. He'll give it to him in the backfield, running it off the left side. Gets it upfield, breaks it out past the 40, the 35. Now he's got open field. He breaks through, and he is gone. 10-5 touchdown. Fish all the way from his own 35-yard line. A 45-yard run by Fish. Boy, he's got 2 touchdown runs in this game. And with that one, with just the touchdown runs alone, he's gone over the 100-yard mark in this one. 11:32 remaining in the ball game, and it's now 28-7.
There's one word that can describe that run: patience. That was waiting for his blocks to develop, didn't overrun his blockers. If he had, he would have been brought down, but took it slow, and then once he found that crease, he was gone. He's got wheels.
Snap to Ortman, the holder, and then he flips it off the ground to Bunkers. It was a bad snap. Ortman did the right thing with it, but then Bunkers gets dropped. And 2 extra point attempts, no good for Remsen St. Mary's here in the second half.
They need to address the long snapper position. They've been able to clean up their penalties. Both teams really have here in the second half penalty-wise, but Remsen St. Mary's, that's definitely something they need to address going forward. That's 3 bad snaps from their long snapper.
28-7, Harris Lake Park with a lot of work to go here in this fourth quarter. More coming up after this on Q102.
Gunderson's Restaurant and Lounge and Silver Lanes Bowling Center are a proud sponsor of Harris Lake Park Sports. Gunderson's Restaurant and Lounge and Silver Lanes Bowling Center offer daily and nightly specials. Stop in and enjoy a drink, grab a bite to eat, or bowl a game.
Everybody loves a good cup of coffee, but at Blurry Bigfoot Coffee Company, they have great coffee. Hot and cold coffee drinks, smoothies, energy drinks, all-day breakfast, sandwiches, and much more. Blurry Bigfoot Coffee Company and Blurry Bigfoot Bakery and Bistro in Lake Park are proud supporters of the Harris Lake Park Wolves.
8-7. Jackson bunkers to kick off for Remsen after that touchdown. Left to right as they line it up. And now Bunkers runs up on it. Boom. High, deep kick. That's going to sail into the Wolves' end zone and up the back side of the end zone. Wyatt Jerba looked at it, and it was over his head, rolls out the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Wolves will have it on their own 15-yard line.
Oh, we got a 28-7 ball game here with Remsen St. Mary's with the lead. Harris Lake Park getting the ball back here and want to do something again offensively. Been pretty stagnant as of late, so just get something good going, something positive out of this drive.
Wolves scoring just into the second quarter. That's the only score of the game. Here's a fake pass by Arendorf, and then he'll take it up the middle himself for a decent gain. Give him 5 on it.
And again, Harris Lake Park is one of those teams that does like to throw the ball. It's a kind of lateral passing attack that they usually have, but you wonder how comfortable they are with Arensdorf at quarterback. Just maybe doesn't quite have the confidence to get the ball out.
Here they run him in motion, and he'll pass it deep down the right side. He's got a receiver, and it just overthrew him. Boy, he had Hemphill. Hemphill had a step and just couldn't connect.
I thought he was going to shut me up real quick. He threw a heck of a pass right there, just out of the reach of Hemphill, but all the credit there to Arensdorf. He put it right where he needed to, just a hair out of reach.
I think
there's been a few of them like that.
Well, I think Arensdorf looks really well tonight.
He has.
I mean, they came out and had him thrown right away, and to slide in there after, Gunderson went out. He hurt his shoulder in a scrimmage last Friday, so Arensdorf thrown right into it. Here's a 3rd and 5, sends a man in motion. He'll have 2 to his right when he gets a snap. He receives it, looking downfield, throws it over the middle, and it's picked off. It's picked off. Schrader running it back, breaks through, and he's going to go right into the end zone with it. Broke through a tackle, and that is a 20-yard touchdown return for Remsen St. Mary's, who have now opened up a huge lead in this one. Schrader, 20-yard touchdown return, pick 6.
Yeah, and again, that was one of those where Arensdorf just lost sight of the defender. Schrader was in the right place at the right time and made a couple of men miss on the return, gets the pick 6.
So they keep trying for the extra point here. They say, forget it, it's not working. Let's just go for 2 again.
Trying to battle through adversity.
I mean, you got a big lead. I think, man, I'd go ahead and keep trying it, but nope, they are going to go for 2 again. Ortman takes a snap, gives it off. Schrader off the right side, but I don't know if he got touched. Into the end zone he goes. 2-point conversion is good. And it is a 36-7 lead here for Remsen St. Mary's. Boy, they just keep coming. 10:45 remaining in the ballgame. Wolves will have the ball when we return here on Q102.
Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is making lives easier, healthier, and happier. Check out Hy-Vee.com and find meal solutions, recipes, your weekly ad, and the latest edition of Seasons. Spirit Lake Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of all students, wishing them a good year academically and athletically.
The Hut Bar and Grill in Arnold Park is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, and breakfast is served Saturdays and Sundays starting at 8 a.m. So if you're looking for fantastic food served up hot, fresh, and delicious, and service that gets you in and on your way, head to the Hut in Arnold Park.
$28 unanswered points for Remsen St. Mary's. It was an 8-7 game at one point. Remsen, boy, they just keep coming. 20-yard pick 6 by Schrader makes it a 36-7 score here with 10:45 to go in the 4th quarter. Bunkers to kick off for Remsen, left to right.
Jerba back for the Wolves.
And boom. It's going to be returnable. Off the right side, and the gap breaking some tackles down, scampering forward is Hemphill. It's past some defenders and all the way out beyond the 30-yard line. That's where the Wolves will take over. Oh, he actually marked him out at the 30. Okay. Thought he got beyond that. Did not. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line.
Well, you got a 36-7 game here. Harris Lake Park trailing. So now once again, see if they can get the wheels back on track here in the 4th quarter and get a little momentum.
Just try to get something positive. Quick screen pass out to the far side. Hemphill catches it. Gets past the line of scrimmage. Not much going on there.
Tackled by number 3, Schrader.
That'll bring up a 2nd down.
For the Hawks. Short gain of 1 for the Wolves. 2nd and 9.
Yeah, got about a yard out of that quick one there. So, again, just haven't been able to produce a lot of those big ones tonight.
Say thanks to Mom for listening in. She's calling it a night. So I got to thank her before the end of the broadcast tonight. Passing situation. Long pass left side. It was way out of the reach of the intended receiver, Meyer. Closest one to it was Isaiah Garrett's, and he was still a few yards from it trying to track it down.
Yeah, Meyer looks like he has just a little bit of a limp there too, so I'm not sure. It did look like he slowed down on that route, so maybe he just kind of stepped funny there, and he's going to come out of the ball game. Hopefully he's okay.
He's been dealing with an ankle injury for the last week and a half.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it looked like, as he was going, and then something just kind of flipped on him, and he's definitely in some pain, so another tough break for Harris Lake Park.
Line them up, one receiver right, one left. There's a snap. Ahrensdorf keeps it, runs it up the middle, and he gets hit about the 34-yard line. A short gain on that one. Give them 3.
Number 13, Bunkers for the Hawks.
Another 4th down. We'll see what Harris Lake Park wants to do.
Well, they've had a hard time moving the football here, and when you're trailing by this much, you almost think just go ahead and go for it, but we'll wait and see what they do. It looks like they bring in Nelson. Bring him back in.
Got about 9:20 left in the ball game, and looks like they do want to boot it away.
There's Mikhail Lundström in there. Yeah, I didn't see him run out there. Here's a high snap, but he's able to get it. He'll take his time, boot it away. Nobody back for Remsen on this one.
Good punt.
Lands at about the 15, rolls right down the 15, and it'll be downed by the Wolves. And that's where Remsen St. Mary's will take over with just under 9 minutes to go here in the ball game.
The Hawks will take over.
Remsen leading 36-7.
Thank a few of our sponsors here: Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons, MHR Insurance, Central Bank and Insurance, Lakes Regional Healthcare, the Eye Care Center, Bank Midwest, State Farm Insurance, and IGL Teleconnect.
Option play, pitch it out. Ortman to Fish off the left side, 10 yards, and he is forced out of bounds, and a late flag comes in. One of the Wolves players well into the bench area of Remsen.
Yeah, it was a late flag, as you said. We'll see here what the call is.
He had a 10-yard, about a 10-yard carry on that.
Personal foul.
You know, it's against the Wolves. Well, that tacks on even more.
I don't know if there was a block late out of bounds, because Fish, the ball carrier, kind of got pushed out of bounds and stayed on his feet. So I'm thinking it must have been a block.
I didn't see anybody hit him late. Yeah, he's still up. Ends up being about a 25-yard play. It'll be 1st and 10 from midfield for Remsen St. Mary's.
8:53 left in the ball game. Remsen St. Mary's with the lead 36-7, midfield.
Man in motion. They give it to him. On the near side is Fish. Now gets to the line of scrimmage as he turns it upfield, but gets hit and dropped. Couple of yard gain on that carry. Hemphill in on the tackle. Bring up 2nd down.
Banner and number 3, Caleb Kimball.
And again, I think the way this ball game has unfolded has a little bit to do with Remsen St. Mary's. They have the experience, a lot more seniors on their squad as well.
A lot of returning starters. Hemphill right up the middle. Or excuse me, Schrader right up the middle.
Give to Schrader.
Wrong 3. It's the 3 for Remsen, not the 3 for Harris Lake Park in the carry. Gains a few. He's going to be close to the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1 from the 32-yard line. Thanks to Patrick back in the studio for, as far as I know, keeping us on air. Here's a handoff to Fish off the right side. He's fighting for the first down. He stretches forward. It looks like he'll reach just beyond the 30 for that first down. Wait for the official call. Yes, that's enough for the first down. Did a good job reaching out with the football. Official signals it. It's 1st and 10, just shy of the 30-yard line. Or maybe I should say just beyond the 30-yard line. Under 7:30 to go, 36-7, Remsen leading. Looking to add some more points to their score here. Snap, Fish, hit, dropped. Right at the 30, no gain on that one. Good job by Nick Sage. Nick Sage, who I still feel has the name to be in the what is it, WWF, WWE?
WWE nowadays.
Yeah,
he's had a couple of good hits right there too, filling in right in the hole and bringing down the ball carrier. Again, I think there's a lot of good to take away here from Harris Lake Park. Just let it kind of slip away here late.
2 receivers split right. Orman takes the snap, keeps it himself, runs it off the right side. He's got a hole, busts through. Now he's running backwards, pushing the defenders inside the 20-yard line. Another first down for Remsen St. Mary's.
That was a nifty little fake there, fake handoff, and he was able to kind of backward into a first down there. So once again, Remsen St. Mary's on the move, and Harris Lake Park just kind of running out of gas here as we near the end of the ball game.
Cale Ortman, the quarterback for Remsen, got good size, 6'2", 205. He's a senior and came back as leading offensive gatherer, if you will, at quarterback for Remsen. He'll do a pitch out to Fish, who catches it, breaks 2 tackles, and scampers up the far sideline and gets a decent gain after getting hit twice and not going down.
You know, and again, that's kind of that's what's been indicative of this ball game as it's continued. Early on, when Remsen St. Mary's tried to string those to the outside, Harris Lake Park was there. They were able to kind of meet them before they could turn it up, and as it's gone on, the Hawks have been able to find a little bit more room, a few more creases on the outside.
5:35 to go in this ball game. Hawks line it up. This time they go 2 in the backfield. Here's a shotgun snap, and it's given to the running back who carries it off the right side. That's Keaton Harpenow off the right side. Keaton, a 5'9", 156-pound sophomore. Gets it down to the 10-yard line. Yeah, it looks like they needed 1 more yard for the first down. So Coach Osterman trying to shuffle in some other players here like Harpenow to get them to run the ball. Here's a snap. They fake it. No, they give it to Fish, who runs it off the left side. Trying to break one. Can't do it. Good tackle on the outside by Ahrensdorf. Touchdown saving tackle. And getting up slowly for the Wolves on that one was Ryan Bensley, the 6 foot, 190-pound senior. He'll come to the sideline. But it's enough for a first and goal now for Remsen St. Mary's.
Yeah, and it's been a little bit of a slow burn here in this fourth quarter. Remsen St. Mary's methodically kind of taking the ball down the field here, but Harris Lake Park would love to just stuff them here.
From the 5, Ortman hands it off the right side. Harpenow, and he is brought down shy of the goal. Gains a couple. Boy, we say that it's been a lot of big plays for Remsen, and now it seems like the last few drives they've really put things together and, like you said, methodically moved the ball.
Yeah, it's kind of turned into chipping away. the last couple of drives for them. So once again, a 36-7 lead for Remsen St. Mary's over Harris Lake Park with 3:50 left in the ball game, and Hawks are knocking on the door.
They need 3 yards. Remsen lines it up. Orman takes a snap, gives it, lost the ball. There's a scramble down there.
Right at the goal line.
Who
and
came up with it?
Looks like they're going to keep it with the Hawks.
Oh, they got lucky on that one. They popped out on the handoff and went toward the end zone. Got it down to the 1 yard line on the miscue. So 3rd and goal with 3:10 to go in the ball game. I'm sure Remsen going to take this play clock down as far as they can. It's down to 12 seconds here. Ortman comes out of the game. Jackson Bunkers comes in to take over controls. He'll take the snap and run it straight forward. He gets hit right away, and lunging into the end zone is Jackson Bunkers for the touchdown. Hey, Jackson, why don't you go in there and run and get in the end zone? What's he got, 1 rush in the game for 1 yard and it's a touchdown?
Yeah, that's
not bad stats for a young man.
Yeah, he's a big boy, and right when he got up there, I was like, yeah, that looks like one of those get the snap and go forward, and that exactly was the game plan. So once again, Remsen St. Mary's adds to the lead 42-7 with 2:47 left in the ball game. Extra point on the way.
They're looking to kick it through. Bunkers, Ortman the holder, good snap. It's down, and I think he missed it wide left. He did. Bunkers no good on the extra point, and it stays a 35-point lead after the extra point was no good. But it's 42-7. Remsen well in control of this one with 2:47 to go in the ball game. Remsen will kick off when we return here on Q102.
Banking isn't just about financial products. It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
$42-7. Thanks. That sponsor rose and boom, there's the kickoff into the end zone.
Bunker's kick goes into the end zone.
Touchback taken by Ethan Harper. Wolves football. 1st and 10 to go from their own 15 and a 35-point lead for Remsen St. Mary's here.
And it's kind of slowly gotten away from Harris Lake Park. Like you mentioned earlier, that at one point this was an 8-7 ball game, and you really felt like Harris Lake Park was playing really pretty good. They were sticking right with them, but as this game has unfolded, Remsen St. Mary's has kind of been able to throw a little bit more muscle around.
Snap, and it's a run off the right side by Wyatt Jerva. And it looked like he was going to get a decent run there, but then got met and dropped. They've elected here to go with the running clock with the 35-point lead late in this ball game. Give Jerva a 2-yard carry on that one.
And I've seen a lot of new faces out there for both squads. Trying to get a little bit more experience for the young guys, and for a lot of them, probably their first varsity experience, which is exciting.
Wyatt Jerva, a sophomore, listed at 5'10", 145. This snap gets miscued, lost in the backfield, and Wolves jump on it. But they're going to lose yards.
Number 16.
Yeah, it was Ashton crashed on that.
Ashton cried on the recovery, but tackled.
Yeah, miscue there is. Oh, we have a flag as well.
Penalties
Penalty declined.
And they lost enough on the bad snap there, miscue. No need to take a penalty. Third and a long ways to go for the Wolves. Out of the break. Gerbil with the receiver right. 2 in the slot on the left. He'll keep it himself. Run off the left side. He'll tuck it and run, and he'll get dropped just beyond the 10-yard line. Not much on that carry. That'll make it 4th down. 1 minute to go. You can snap this ball and be about 30 seconds left. You go ahead and just run a play, and what the heck? Figuring Remsen won't try to score with it?
I think so.
I would. Why not? I do not see the punter out there.
Yeah, I think you let them play, get them a little bit of something.
Well, they're gonna have to call timeout here because there's 1 second on the play clock,
yeah,
and they just broke the huddle. See if they call the timeout. No, they'll take the penalty.
It looks like they do have a punter out there as well. So.
Well, there's 26 on the clock now, 25 on the play clock. So you can literally snap this. If you don't pick up the first down, Remsen's not going to be able to do anything in less than a second, and I don't think they'd elect to anyway. The time would probably just run out. Well, now they're going to punt. End over end punt. Lands about the 30 of the Wolves, bounces all the way down just about the 32 of Remsen St. Mary's, and that'll leave 6 seconds on the game clock. And they're just going to let this one run out. So the final score will be 42-7. Remsen St. Mary's with the victory over Harris Lake Park. That was a tough game for the Wolves coming into it. We all knew it. But early on, boy, there was a lot of hope for the Wolves, as it was a low-scoring first quarter, to say the least. Even into the second quarter, even up to halftime.
Yeah.
It was a good low-scoring game, but boy, Remsen St. Mary's really took over in that second half.
Yeah, I mean, Harris Lake Park came out swinging, and I think it took Remsen St. Mary's off guard a little bit. They had some big mistakes early in the ball game, the Hawks did, and Harris Lake Park was able to take advantage of a few of those and at least keep them out of the end zone, themselves a touchdown early in the ball game as well. But as it kind of unfolded, I think Remsen St. Mary's started to settle in. They got rid of a lot of those penalties in the second half, and they ran away with it there late.
Well, that'll bring us to our post-game. And our post-game show is coming up from the Eye Care, courtesy of the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake, courtesy of Dr. Norland and Dr. Cornwall. We'll be back in 3 minutes. This is high school football on Q102 and ExploreOkoboji.com.
Banking isn't just about financial products. It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Hello, this is Matt Karstensen with Karstensen Meat and Grocery in Lake Park. We're proud to support the Harris Lake Park Wolves this season. Shop Karstensen Meat and Grocery for Black Angus beef, Duroc pork, garden fresh produce, and homemade baked goods. Score many great deals at Karstensen Meat and Grocery. Go Wolves!
Head down the highway to MHR Insurance and get the power of one from West Bend. Simplify with one policy, one affordable premium, one common loss deductible, and money back at the end of the year when you're claim free. What? Money back? See MHR Insurance in Milford or call 338-2654.
Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons have been providing excellent care to the community for the past 40 years. Their team offers specialized care, including sports medicine, as well as in-house physical therapy. Exceptional, dependable, local. Visit NWIABone.com. Everybody loves a good cup of coffee, but at Blurry Bigfoot Coffee Company, they have great coffee. Hot and cold coffee drinks, smoothies, energy drinks, all-day breakfast, sandwiches, and much more. Blurry Bigfoot Coffee Company and Blurry Bigfoot Bakery and Bistro in Lake Park are proud supporters of the Harris Lake Park Wolves.
The Savings Bank is proud to be a part of our community and committed to supporting education and sports in our area. Visit any one of the Savings Bank locations in Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park and let them be part of your financial team. Go to savingsbankia.com for more details. Member FDIC.
Doctors Norland and Cornwall and the entire staff of the Eye Care Center would like to remind athletes to do your best and have a great season. When you have eye care needs, visit the Eye Care Center just north of the hospital in Spirit Lake. The Eye Care Center is proud to offer you professional service and personal care for all your eye care needs. The Eye Care Center has a large selection of quality eyeglass frames and the most up-to-date styles. Call today to make an appointment with the professionals at the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake.
Remsen St. Mary's final score 42-7. Tim Peterson with Keith Check and going over the scoring. It was a pretty good game here in the first half. Remsen struck first in that first quarter with a 56-yard touchdown run by Fish, and then it was Ahrensdorf, a 7-yard pass to Hemphill, and it was 8-7 ball game. Wolves just trailed by 1. Ortman ran for 54 yards, and Remsen took a 16-7 lead into the halftime, and in the second half, Remsen just took off. They ended up getting 42 points in this game, most of them all coming in the second half. They went at 42-7, and I didn't feel I needed to go over all those scores in the second half because Coach Gunderson has been so kind to join us. And Coach, it started off good tonight, but I don't know if it was just some of the injuries that you guys had or what, or if Remsen was surprised at how good you guys came out early on.
Yeah, I thought our guys came out and competed like crazy. We were right in the game at halftime and actually right in the game after 3 quarters. If you look at it, it was just 22-7. We were there, and we didn't compete like we needed to in the fourth quarter. Kind of ran out of gas, had some injuries, and we didn't play. Had a pretty important player out the whole game, and then lost a few more along the way. So overall, I was really, really proud of our effort. We were right there with a tremendous team, and don't take anything away from them. They are a great team and a class act, and I take my hat off to them. But I was proud of our guys and the way they battled, and we'll build on the things we did right, and we'll learn from the things we did wrong, and we'll get better. And I promise you, the next time you see us, it'll look better, and we'll just keep working.
Ahrensdorf, what's his history as far as, because he wasn't expected to be behind center tonight, but with an injury, it ended up that way. Has he played a lot in the past at the quarterback position? Because he looked really comfortable out there.
Yeah, he hasn't played that much just because he's been stuck behind Tice his whole life, so that makes it tough, But he's an athlete. He proved that last year being an all district player as a sophomore, and it's really nice that we can have him come in. And you're right, I thought he didn't show any nerves or anything, and did a great job leading us tonight. So, I think once we get Tice back, we might be a little bit harder to handle. So, like I told the guys afterwards, losing is hard on me. It was probably unhealthy how much I dislike it, but I'm still proud of how hard we worked, and I see a lot of potential in us, and I think we have so many things we can build on that I'm just excited for the rest of the way, and we're going to just keep fighting with everything we got.
I know it'd be great to beat a Remsen St. Mary's, but how sick are you getting of them? They've been good for how many years now, and they just keep coming.
Yeah, that's what I told people on the radio. I say they've been good for, the last few, the last 5 or 6, the last decade, for my whole lifetime. They're just always great teams. So, you got to take your hat off to them. They're hard to compete with. So I would, we'll regroup. If we see them down the road, we'll give them a better battle.
You had a good battle going on with them early on.
We did.
They just wore you thin, I think.
Yep.
Next up for you get Northwood Kensett on the road, if I'm reading this right.
Yep.
Anything you know about that one as of yet? Have you looked that far in advance yet, or were you just focusing on this game up until now?
Well, I just know from the past we really have to be disciplined against them because they really hide the ball. They hurt us last year where, we thought the quarterback had handed off and he kept it and got a couple long runs on us that really hurt us early and put us in a hole, that we didn't need to be in. So we'll work hard all week on what they do, and we'll get this thing turned around by next Friday.
And you got 2 weeks before finally you'll return back home. You're on the road for 2 straight games and then finally get back home on the 16th of September against St. Edmund. Expect a good crowd for that night and show them a different team.
Yes, sir. We're gonna have a good outcome that night. The fans will be a little happier going home than they are right now.
Sounds good, Coach. Thanks for joining us once again.
All right. Thanks for having me, guys. Thanks for coming over as well.
You bet. Coach Gunderson joining us here on the Postgame Show, which is brought to you by the Eye Care Center in Spirit Lake. We'll get Keith Check back in here and go over some final stats and numbers in this one. Thanks again, Coach. Keith, kind of said it all in that interview, but let's go over the final numbers that you got added up there for us, if you will.
So for Harris Lake Park on the rushing side of things, again, unofficial stats here. Hemphill had himself 7 carries for 43 yards. Ahrensdorf, 11 carries for 22 yards. Bensley with a carry for 4 yards. And Jervo with 2 carries for 5 yards. Receiving, Hemphill had the scoring touchdown there in the first half, 7-yard touchdown reception. He had 5 receptions for 19 yards in that touchdown. And then Sage had himself a reception for 6 yards as well. As far as Arnsdorf at the quarterback position, 8 of 17, 58 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. And then just a few of the big stats here from Remsen St. Mary's. We talked about Fish, their running back, carried the ball 12 times, had himself 2 touchdowns. Those 2 touchdowns were runs of 56 and 45 yards. And he had 123 total yards. So really kept him in check other than those 2 big runs, which were kind of the 2 big ones that really made the difference, at least early on in the game. And then Ortman on the ground, he had 16 carries for 79 yards and a rushing touchdown. And then through the air, he was 13 of 17 for 126 yards and a touchdown.
So Ahrensdorf completes about 50% of his passes. Not a bad first time out there as he got thrown into work here tonight.
Yeah, and again, it's something to note, too, that it was short notice as well. This was nothing that, throughout the preseason or in fall camp they were necessarily planning on. This was a late injury to Gunderson, so you got to give the tip of the cap to him to step into that position and play the way that he did. It was a pretty good performance.
It was. Wolves, well, they scratched and clawed, but just couldn't get it done against a very good Remsen St. Mary's team who basically was a 35-point run to close out the game, unanswered points, and they just keep coming at you, does Remsen.
Yeah, and early on, again, a lot of mistakes. It's the first game of the season. You're going to see mistakes and penalties from these squads, but you definitely do see the experience, I think, from Remsen St. Mary's to be able to say, okay, that didn't start the way we wanted it to. Reset, halftime, you could tell they slowed the game down quite a bit. They were able to ground and pound a little bit more and get some more of those kind of chip away chunk plays instead of the couple of big ones they had in the first half. Whereas Harris Lake Park, a little bit of a younger team, they have those injuries, and I think they just weren't quite able to keep up with the speed and size of Remsen St. Mary's, especially as they wore them down throughout the ball game.
So the Wolves will have Northwood Kensett up next for them. That's next Friday the 2nd. Then on the 9th is Kingsley Pearson. That's on the road as well before getting back home here on the 16th against St. Edmund. Wolves hoping to get a victory when they get back home here, besides getting some victories on the road.
Yeah, they'll win. They'll win their fair share of ball games this year. Especially that defense early on, I was very impressed with. I think they'll cause some issues for some teams.
And if they can get healthy, that'll of course always help them out as well. For Remsen St. Mary's coming up, they'll have River Valley in Remsen. That's coming up on the 2nd, and they got Siouxland Christian on the road, and then they'll play Kingsley Pearson back at home on the 16th. That's the next few games for Remsen. I also already gave the few games for Harris Lake Park. Anything else, Keith? Are we good? Got everything covered?
I think we're good to go. It's the best time of the year. Football season is back. Looking forward to it, and we had a pretty good one here to start, so I think we're going to have ourselves a great year.
All right, he's Keith Check, Tim Soper on the video camera, Patrick back in the studio. I'm Tim Peterson. That's going to do it for our broadcast of high school football. Our first Friday Night Live. Stick around for the Sports Scoreboard show that's coming up on KUOO, and that starts, 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock. First scoreboard show of the year as well.
That's right.
Thanks for joining us. This has been High School Sports on Q102.